Oh god, my mobile's like really acting up today. Alright, there we go. I didn't even see the chat. Oh, hello. Congrats on first, Folly. Yes, you are for first. Hello, Folly. How are you? You know, me and Saki were actually talking about you a bit earlier yesterday because we were, celebrating my birthday together, and we were talking about like how we were so excited for your upcoming trip to like meet up, and we were like talking about it so much. Like we are like thinking of like different things. We were like discussing like different what ifs. Like what if it's like we meet Folly by herself? What if she's with other people and things like that? Like we're also like talking like um we were like what if we're like we have to be dressed well and be polite so we don't embarrass her in front of her friends and everything. But we were talking very greatly about it because we were like we're very excited to tell you. Hmm. And I feel like I wonder if it's just because like I'm in that like really you know great mood because like it's like technically day three of celebrating my birthday and like but we were like talking about like we spent like good like half hour talking about how important you are to each of us. It was just like a very sweet like a very good moment. But if you also want to join us for as well as today, um, we are playing King of the Castle. Um, is literally a going to be a party game. Anyone can join in at any time. It is going to be pretty much I am the king trying to leave my country where everyone for the Twitch viewers can join in. That they join one of these three factions, and from there, they have each have their own goals to overthrow me as well as their own personal goals, and it's pretty much these four factions war to win. Actually, we have like such a funny story to talk about that too as well for the B day. We had a great time. Like at one point we went to like a whiskey tasting and like it was a 2 hour event and we were just chatting and at one point I checked the time we're like hour and a half went by of the 2 hours and we were just like vibing the whole time. Like we barely did any tasting. We were just chatting and enjoying ourselves and having a fun time. They were like, "Wow, it's almost over now." But it was such a very unique thing. Like we had a fun time. Like we're still talking about like today up to very recently. Like because like there was like four different like whiskey groups there, and the one was such like a snake oil like salesman. Like we were like chatting we were watching it from afar and he was just like talking like a snake oil salesman. He even had like suitcases open full of bottles. Like it just like felt like out of a cartoon and we were standing back like and we're like, oh, let's go step outside for a minute. As soon as we stepped outside I was like, man, that guy was a snake oil salesman. Man, it was like, I know, right? It was just so amazing. We both like looked at each other as soon as we stepped away and we are like, wow, what a guy. It was very interesting, and me knowing my taste as well for like whiskey and stuff like that. Like we went to the one guy who he even admitted like he doesn't know the brand too much. He's just one of the bartenders, and I was like reading the information about the whiskey. I'm like, oh, you're a rye whiskey, 51% rye, but 49% like 45% corn. No wonder yours tastes smooth is because you took all that corn in. Like it was very interesting. Yeah, like he was talking because like funny enough like when we first arrived like the whole crowd was like the best way to put it was like who you imagine for a real estate like ads and everything or like in shows like real estate agents, that's what they all look like. And he was like talking to these people about the whiskey and he mentioned like based a whiskey off a guy like a Navy SEAL that died in the Middle East and everything. And I'm listening and I'm like, okay, cool, you're doing something in memorial. But I'm like, I'm listening. I'm like, you're not mentioning that any of the sales goes to his family. You're just using his name. And I was like, paying particular attention to that. I'm like, wow, you're basing a whiskey off a dead person who died very recently as a veteran. And I'm like, you're not giving any proceeds either to the VA or the victim's family. I'm like, that's very interesting. The Monroe Gale from Simpsons. Oh, yeah, so much. But yes, we were also, by the way, for anyone that's in the server as well, you're free to join the call as well. It's going to be open just to chat as well for the whole thing. It's going to be a very casual night. Worst case, if no one if there's not enough people to do the regions or anything, it might just be a just chatting stream, or I might even play something as I'm just chatting, like something casual. But I am going to be right back 1 second as well. Just go quick back from break because I'm probably going to at least go for till like next 3 hours, 4 hours maybe. All right, I am back. Oh, you have no idea what to expect, but you could do one game? Okay, gotcha. I think it's a fun game. It's very much like a... it's a mix of a party game and, like, I guess, like, you'd say, like, board game as well. Because there's, like, 4 stats, and you want to be, like, certain stats and everything like that. I also hope that, like, it joins you in. Okay, I can see if, like, Folly joined in. You have no idea what to expect, but you can do one game? Okay, okay. But Folly, how have you been, of course? I should also put a live message in, like, everyone in chat. But yes, also, Saku-san, one thing you might be very happy to know is that I shared like the Godzilla Mothra card from the like Godzilla deck, and my one buddy who, then I also say like because it's not gonna make no sense to anyone, but the Combat Wombats group. They were so excited to see there was like a Godzilla like card game, and they're like, "There's a King Ghidorah deck." They were just like so thrilled that the deck existed. So you just helped like 3 people buy a whole deck. Shabbat Godzilla saleswoman. Oh, thank you for the sub pay. Thank you for the 30 months. Also, Fally, I'm gonna tease you a bit as well. When are we gonna get that birds collab? Also, I believe anyone can join in at any time, but like, I couldn't start the game at any time. I might like just wait for like a couple minutes and get to maybe the 15-minute mark before starting the game. Yes, about that. Go on, Folly. Even if it's not possible, I'm always gonna like tease a little bit. hmm Honestly, like I've been like thinking about moving out because like not moving out, like um as like time moves on, I should say. That I was even thinking about like grabbing you for even a movie night. Ooh, congrats on the new job, by the way. I'm sorry, I couldn't find my son. That same. Not as time moves on because like I'm in a very interesting part in my I don't even I guess I could say VTuber career. I can't believe we have a high train, but like a few important of my collabs have like either ended or on the a break because like Amori ended and we're after like like a year and things like that. Clan got moved into like the afternoons, so when I'm free on in the Thursday afternoons, I do Clan with Peacock. That I'm like starting to have more like free time now to do like other things. It's it's a very interesting part where I can have more time to do collabs, but at the same time like I can do projects as well. And like I remember before, like there was a period of time like 4 days of my 5 day like streaming week where like it was all collabs, and I was like, oh no, if I was like I want to do birds, I don't have time. Ooh, hello. Ooh, how do you say your name? Louis does. Ooh, how do you say this? Louis does doesn't really mean well. How do you say your name? If you don't mind me asking, is it Louis? I don't want to mess it up at all. But also, welcome in, first time chatter. It's nice to meet you as well, by the way. Louis. Like, oh god, I don't even want to say that name. I was about to say like a YouTuber name, but I realized the YouTuber name is in a lot of scandals, and I don't want to put that on you at all. Because like that would just be that would just that would just be me. But welcome in, Louis. Now we're gonna put you on the spot, Louis. You get to introduce yourself a bit. What is like 3 great facts about yourself? And of course, my introduction as well. I'm Tsukino Usagi, I'm a return host. I play a lot of variety games, a lot of horror games, a lot of indie horror games, like from Amori to like Ib to like stuff you won't even hear about. I find and play. Oh, Ashes, you can join in even after the game starts. But I'm just like doing like a just chatting for now, like giving time for people to come in and stuff like that. Back one down already. Really doesn't rhyme well. But yes. But yeah. So I'm always excited when I've heard of a game Suki plays. Oh god, yeah. There's times where I find games and I just like because the one thing I have, I'm Filipino of political science figure. I'm currently dying from oh god, you will find so many people in this chat. Like, thank you, Masa. Thank you for the happy birthday. Or like have insomnia problems. I actually suffer from insomnia. I know Lori has a interesting like internal clock that has her sleep schedule change a lot. So you'll fit right in, Louis. But welcome in, by the way. Yes. Patty, if you don't mind, you can even put it in the command in chat and like pin it if you like. But yes, it's great to have you, Louis. If you enjoy horror games, you'll enjoy my stuff a lot. They call it insomnia, call it jet lag. You know what? True for you, Masa. You do suffer from that. Oh, thank you for the follow. But I don't even want to call it bragging. But one of the benefits of knowing Japanese is that like the Japanese like gaming community, especially the indie gaming community, has so much horror games that like I can find and like translate and play on stream, and it's just so great because I'll play some games and I'll have some of my friends be like, where did you find this? And I'm like, dude, you just gotta know where to look. Like, if you know where to look, you can find so many games. But also, thank you for the follow as well. You didn't have to follow, but I always like to like. I always feel like I need to do an introduction for like new followers, just because like, if you come in like for like my like Fields of Mystery stream and you're like, oh, Suki's a casual, like wholesome stream channel, and then the next 4 streams are all like horror, 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 it might give like a suddenly like whiplash feeling. Wait, hold on. There was a whole website of that wasn't there. What you mean? Lori, I believe so. I believe if you like, if for example, if you join counts, you can like join the region. As you can see, like right here. I don't know if it'll change you mid, but I feel like that's a way to do it because like that's the important thing right there. If you own the game, you can pick the faction. Thank you, Louis. I did not know that. Ah, gotcha. Thank you, Louis. That's actually really important to know. Thank you. Yeah, we'll let it go for like a couple minutes, and then I'll just hit start. By the way, for those who are in the Discord server as well, feel free to join me in call. I'm just gonna be chatting the whole time as well. It's going to be like more casual. I know like Jackbox was very heated. Um, we So for people who are not here for the Jackbox, there's multiple different games in Jackbox, of course, and one of the games we played was Pole Mine. If you don't know what Mine Pole Mine is, it'll give you a question and like 8 options, and you pick the top three or top four, top five, right? And we got like, what is the most reliable fruit, right? And there's like blueberries, there's strawberries, there's bananas, like things, fruits you think that like, okay, these are the top fruits, and then like we were like, at this point in the game, we're in the third round, so you have to pick like eighth place, seventh place, sixth place, and go on, and we're all arguing, and like number one fruit was cantaloupes, and it drove the whole chat wild, because like for example, I love strawberries. So strawberries is my number one fruit always. My favorite thing to eat is strawberry shortcake, right? But there's other people who are like, "Oh, I don't think strawberries are reliable because you get a container of strawberries, like half the strawberries would be really good, very ripe. The other half strawberries would be, not ripe, right?" And then like, but because like people for cantaloupes put in like their top three, four, or five, it had enough points to be number one, and it drove the whole game wild. And we were just all yelling back and forth, like, how can this be? How is this possible? And it was just like a question where everyone's like, oh, this is obvious. Like blueberry, banana will be like number one, number two, or apples will be number three, and like the fruits that you think come to mind, like when you think of fruit, the top three you usually name are like in the bottom three. It was just like so wild. Like like even the next after the stream ended and the next day in my server, it caused a bit of like discussion of like, how is this possible? How? I even asked some of my family members, and they were just like, I asked my youngest brother, and I was like, hey, hey, buddy, give me 3 fruits right now. And he's like, he gave me 3 fruits, and I was like, okay, you wanna know what was number one? I'm like, cantaloupe, and he's like, how? How's that number one? And I'm like, exactly. It was so great. We also had like an interesting question. It was like, which of these kitchen utensils are the best to kiss? And everyone's just like, what? What is this? Why is this thing? True about the avocados. I didn't realize until like it's Kusei.site if you're interested. Ooh, thank you, Masa. I'm gonna write that down. But like, I think it's on sale right now. But yeah, Blood for the Blood God and Skulls for the Skull Throne. Yes. So Louis, I'm a huge Warhammer fan. Like, I have a Salamander army. When I had to move, I had to get rid of my Orc army. But like, oh my god, I am a Warhammer 40k person. Like, boom, Salamanders, best faction. Literally, don't get enough credit at all. But I will say, like, if I had to pick like my top 5 factions, it's probably Salamander. It's the probably second, just because I love the aesthetic of it. Death Corps of Craig, Custodes. Um, 4 it has to be Cadia, and then 5 is the Valhallan Regiment. Just because when I first started Warhammer 40k, I started with the Kane novels, and I feel like the Kane novels are the best way to introduce someone to 40k because yes, it's grimdark, but there's comedy as well as really great character interactions, and like it gets someone like dipping their toes into 40k of what it could be, because like Kane deals anything from like Necrons to orcs to Chaos Space Marines, so you get a bit of like everything. Hell, there's even one book where he's on a planet where there's a peace deal going on between the Imperium and the Tau, but there's currently a Chaos cult working underneath. Like, you get a bit of taste of everything. And so I would say the Valhallan crew is like my 5th place spot because I know them so well, and it's just so great. Like, there was a whole book where like Kane and the Valhallan group went to a snow planet and he's freezing his ass off, but the Valhallan crew are like acting like they're on vacation because they finally saw snow in the first time in like a decade. It was so great. Yeah, hey, you don't even have to dabble with the tabletop. Like, I have people in 40k, like I have 40k friends that deal with just the tabletop. I have friends that deal with just the books. I have a friend, all he does is paint minis because he's like, he loves D&D minis, but they're kind of, in his words, basic. Where 40k, he can paint a whole tank, and he just loves that. He just loves it so much. How long we got till game starts? I'm gonna probably start in just a minute. I'm gonna hit it back from again one real quick, and then I'm gonna hit start. And you can join in mid game. I just want to give like just chatting, like let people like, start to come in. If they saw the at everyone message, it gives them time to like go do stuff and then join. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm just gonna go back from again real quick, and then we'll just hit start. Anyone can join at any time. Also, for those who don't know, yeah, back from break room here. It'll just take a minute. But for those who don't know, Mas is also one of the Binopolis Bunny members, so feel free to give him a follow. He's hands down in my top 5 favorite voices I've heard in VTubing, and for those who know, I've been in VTubing for quite a bit. He is one of my favorite voices they listen to, and he's like, if someone you great, if you just want to put something in the background to listen to, he's perfect for it. So I'll be right back in just 1 second. Well, then we'll get started. Also, again, I'll say for those who are in the Discord, feel free to join me in the call. I'm going to be just chatting the whole time anyway. I'm right back. Oh, no problem. So, like, I don't, like, of course I'm always going to shout the Binopolis members and everything. They were always, like, very welcoming to me. What if I swap regions? Louis being the true person who's playing all sides. Like, Louis like, you think this is a game? This is a way of life. But yes, But yes, I will just shout out the Binopolis members. They were always so welcoming to me, and of course I'm always going to shut them out, hands down, because, like, they're very welcoming to me. And also, like, if anything ever happens, like, Binopolis as well, I want to be able to, like, be able to keep, like, a lot of the people I know. Wait, why was the lead by a moderator? No! Moderator? That's not cool. You did nothing wrong. If it types out, if it types times you out, I'm gonna turn off MoveBot, Louis. I'm sorry that also like it deleted your message, even though it technically it went through, because that's not cool. I get why you might say it's spam, but seriously, like that's really annoying that would do that. But yes, I'm always going to I'm creating chaos, Lori. Creating chaos in the sweet, nice way. Oh, I saw someone shout out my one group. Yeah. Alright, but yes. How do we change pronouns? I forgot, Patty. You get it? Alright, but I'll hit go live, and then anyone can join at any time. But, alright. So, for those who don't know, as everyone's listening, so the game is, I am trying to, I am the king. I am trying to make sure everything goes well. You guys all have different goals to get done, to get into power. If your faction ends up out top at the end of the game, like if you guys successfully overthrow me, you win the game. If it gets to the end of the game and I'm still in power, I win. So it's gonna be a mixture of like you're trying to do your own goals, but there are times there's gonna be choices where it doesn't help you. So you have to like balance trying to help a faction or not helping a faction too much, or you might at one point help me because the other faction's getting too close to their win goal. Alright. New proposal by Lori. Alright, I'll hit begin game. Just like real life, yes. Alright, so as you can see here, Monarch winning, the path to victory. Acquire, inherit, and complete your ambition to win. Your first reign will likely end in disaster. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Keep an eye on the region's schemes. If they pass all their stages, they'll win the game. So you guys have like different points you want to get. Be careful of the region's defiance stat. If it gets too high, the region may rebel against you. Nobles winning. To win, pass all 3 stages of your scheme, like lower the kingdom's treasury to 1,000, 1,500, or less in 2 seasons. Each stage requires you to get stats to certain levels, which are affected in votes. How you vote is up to you, for your region's scheme, to stop other schemes, or for the good of the kingdom. If your defiance stat is high enough, you can rebel. This pauses your scheme and is risky, especially if you have a low military. Each season you get 3 events to play. Click on one to get started. Right. So, as you can see here, our fortity is 5, our treasury is 3,000, our stability is 5. Each of you have like different stats that are really good. For example, the barons have the highest trade compared to you two. But the counts have the best farming. The chiefs have the best military. And for the faith, the chiefs have none, but the barons have a lot. And then everyone has 1 defiance right now. And then each season we have 3 factions. There's technically 5 factions in total, but in, I believe, the Twitch, I was only able to pick 3, so I picked the 31st ones. And it makes sense to all of you. Alright, so we got the coronation. This is your monarch, the streamer's character. They'll appear in most stories, but not all. These are the kingdom stats. If any of them are 0 at the end of the season, the game will end. These are the region stats. That's determining which events are generated. If defense is higher than both authority and stability, a region can trigger rebellion. This will pause the scheme and is risky if the military is low. Alright. Your Majesty, it's because your coronation take place in a week's time. Why the hurry? Do any delay any longer will make the nobles restless, and when nobles get restless, they take their daggers and look for the nearest bat. Very well, what must I do? They wouldn't dare. Can you move the militia channel interaction doodad? I cannot. But I could move myself, which might just make things a bit better for all of y'all. That should make it easier for you guys. Alright. Very well, what must I do? As tradition, the council decide what happens to coronation. What? But it's my coronation. Yeah, for some reason the shadow thing has been very not helpful as of late. We don't know why, but it's just been like freezing up. I think Guru might be in trouble, or there might be a new update. Most people that use the shadow function that plays a clip uses Guru, and I know as of late has been like really buggy. But that's also because Twitch is going through changes. It's been happening like once a stream where I have to like reboot it, think and everything. It's just really odd that it's been like that. But yes. What? But it's my coronation. This is an absolute monarchy, Your Majesty. Everything has to be run past a council vote. Even this. Shall we call the nobles in? Certain choices will change stats. Some choices will do so. I can change here. Knowledge traits that change stats have these indicators. They do not show the region affected. These upcoming choices your nobles will vote on. Each of these may change stats in some way. The monarch can change how votes run with a law. You may use one law per vote. Try using your veto on one option you dislike. When the vote opens, nobles vote using the command vote, followed by the choice letter vote A. So make sure, everyone that's listening, just pay attention to this. You actually have to write what you will vote, okay? The monarch may close the vote at any time after all nobles have voted or the timer has hit 0. So I can take a voting option off the table. Okay, so we have hold a lavish parade while jugglers and fountains of wine. Invite foreign dignitaries and show off our wealth. It'll drastically decrease our money. We'll also get money back and trade will go up. Throw the king into the river will increase stability but lower authority. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of the further king in the river. And I'm not gonna use the monarch's vote because I think. Yeah, so we're going to use one of these. Okay, so we're going to start the vote. You have 30 seconds to vote for what you want. It's tradition, my lord. Thank you for the... thank you for it. Dehydrate. So exclamation point vote is how you're going to vote. So you click exclamation, vote, and click what letter. If there's no votes, I wonder what's going to happen. Interesting. Interesting. So far, B is it. How do you explain how the faction wins again? So here's the thing. I can't see how your faction wins. On your screen, it'll tell you what your faction needs to win. I don't know what you guys need to win. Only each of you can see how each of you can win. So, I don't know ashes. So we're going to invite foreign dignitaries and show off our wealth. Also, by the way, if you guys have a character, it's going to show up as well. You attended your coronation. I like how that's an achievement. Oh, I can actually see? Ooh, I don't know that. What is each of your guys' things? Will you tell me how? Dignitaries arrive from all corners of Count F, and it's only appropriate you show off. A trained eagle drops a ruby-encrusted crown on top of your head as you stand on golden podium. What? The crowd includes such influential figures as the Dukes of Sai, the Princess of Tavali, and even a pearl bearer from Atesh. The good deal is struck or deal at the evening's feast. Our trade is now modest. Our trade is now prosperous. So the North has more modest trade. The March has prosperous trade. The East is now dynamic. Some chiefs' wealth has increased, some barons' wealth has increased, some crown's wealth has increased. Only the Grand Pensionary of Kurf is not in attendance. The Republic, after all, is fundamentally opposed to the very concept of monarchy. Oh, hello! I don't know how to say your name. If you don't mind telling us for a first-time chatter what your name is, please. Just so we can know how to refer to you, please. Also, we ask all new viewers to give like free fun facts about themselves. It's just a way to welcome them into the community so we can get to know you a bit better as well as you get to know us a bit better. Pronounce Gnosis or Doc. I might just do Doc because I immediately makes me think of Red versus Blue, and I'll be your O'Malley to your Doc. I'll be the devil on your shoulder. But yes, I'm Sugino Usagi. I play a lot of variety games, a lot of horror games. So, be prepared if you're really into horror games, like even from like really indie stuff. I play a lot of that. But, welcome in. We are glad to have you. Alright, the path to victory. I did redo it before. I don't know if it's carried over though. Gotcha. True. The monarch must inquire in Hair and complete their ambition to win the game. A spouse is useful but not necessary. Complete your ambition before a scheme or rebellion usurps you, or before you lose all authority, treasure, stability. Your Majesty, the first year of your reign is the most difficult. New and proven. The knights of the nobles of the council will scheme against you, hoping to kick you off the throne, put their own puppet claiming your place. These fools couldn't scheme their way out of a paper bag. Bear Kings, you have been toppled by the treacherous nobles, Your Majesty. To defeat their schemes, you must secure a Hair. Prove they are worthy of the crown by completing ambition. My question to you, when you die, how do you hope the king will remember you? Ooh. Oh. As a conqueror. Warrior King should be remembered fondly if he wins more battles than he loses. Just for a few years, you focus on improving the kingdom's overall military as much as possible. Once you've had Hera, return to discuss how your mission is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. I love the little bird they have on their shoulder. My master is struggling to find his council seat. Could you help him? King Suki, the Warrior King. Now that you're king, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Nobles hail from all across the kingdom, the wintry north, the desolate east, and of course the bleak march. Ooh, who am I to introduce myself to? Who do I want to introduce myself to? Who's possibly my biggest threat? You know what? The Counts. I wanted to finally... We're meeting Ashes. This is what Ashes looks like every day, you know? I can guarantee I met Ashes, and I can say this is what Ashes looks like. Introduce yourself to the Chiefs of the North. Yeah. I want to finally make your acquaintance, Your Majesty. Maybe you escape the doom that befall your predecessor. Okay? We're going to introduce our chief. Premium Nobles. This is a player who has bought King of the Castle. They can set their customization. Get access to special outfits and appear more often in storylines. Ooh. Good luck in the days ahead, Your Majesty. You'll need it dealing with us a lot. Thanks, Stock. You definitely seem really friendly. Northview full of Skyrim progress. The Draculas are Draculas, and the Barons are all rough 201. I love it. Barons of the North. Ooh, look at Folly. Folly, I'm starting to see how you look here. So, are you going to tell us that your VTuber wears a wig? It's hard to learn this way. At least we're honest here. You know what? That is a very good point, Doc. If you're honest to a fault, at least I know what to expect. Like, sir, we're gonna stab you in the back if you're too weak. I can respect that. I can respect that. Hail well met, my liege. Under your leadership, we'll whip this kingdom into shape. And with that, the instructions are done. Council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue with each other to demand your favor. Sigh and sit back. Is this what the council like? No wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all costs. Alright, so we end the season. Each region now vote for 3 randomly select schemes. Schemes are made of 3 stages with specific stat requirements. Passing all 3 schemes stage places the region's claim on the throne, winning the game. Recruit the Lori Talbot bloodline, notorious Marcher General, stands before a blazing hearth yelling yet full of value. Lori's family is apparently they yell at, fireplaces, which, if it works for you, if it works for you. Lori yelling at the fireplace, why are you so warm? When have the parents to march back down for a fight? Never. I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful queen, on the throne. Alright, now you guys can vote. Remember, it's exclamation point, vote, and then what letter? Drinking spies get yeeted. Okay, I will move the chat box up. Alright, there we go. Unfortunately, the time has ended. You know what? Before each vote, I will say it in chat, or I'll put a message in chat just so people who are listening can see it. Supercharge, you guys, the goal is to lower the stability for the Barons. Barons' plan is to replace the King Advisor with their own agents. First aim is to prove that they're doing a bad job. To advance their scheme, the Barons must lower stability to 4 or less in 3 seasons. The Chiefs. Harley of the massive VT clan, notorious Northern Elder, stands in precariously on the longhouse crossbeam, droning as if in a trance. Chiefs of the Morse, we all know should be on the throne. That's imposter King Suki. How do we make this happen? So, okay, for those who are going to vote for those who are the Chiefs of the North, you must hit exclamation point, vote, then space plus what letter. So you guys have raise authority, raise treasury, lower all faith. That's interesting. So go ahead, Chiefs, and vote for what you want to happen. We're blowing that horn. So can I just say something? Because when you think like Chiefs, right? You think like they're very much like the Vikings, right? They have like the Norse gods and everything. I like to imagine that it's almost like atheists are agnostic, like Vikings are like gods. There's no gods. What are you talking about? Just like throw everything like out the window of like what you think of Vikings. They're gonna lower everyone's faith. She's planning to dig up Orpheus' legendary horn and use it to take over the kingdom. First, they must win the favor of the gods by diminishing the kingdom's belief in the Nine. To advance their scheme, the chiefs must lower the combined total of all regions' faith to 12 or less in 4 seasons. Actually, that's really possible for them right now. Oh my god, this is the most witchy person ever. It's great. Violeta, the Patty Hayes dynasty, powerful political fixer, leans delicately on the podium, speaking in a melodious voice. My fellow counts, ancient times East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back these days of glory, but not while the false King Suki wears the crown. Now everyone, exclamation point, vote, space, and letter, those who are the counts. But hello, Horrible Night Devil's scheme gets cheated. Patty does have a black cat. Ooh, we can actually see what they look like. I love this. Everyone's just gonna become like faithless here. They're gonna lower own faith. This is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be very interesting. The counts plan to induct the king in their own secret cult, and not for mortality in exchange for the throne. First, they must reduce the power of the Eastern Church. Okay. Honestly, if this is like a story arc of the counts are like, hey, Suki, you want to become immortal? Just saying. To advance their scheme, the counts must lower their faith to 4 or less in 3 seasons. So this is very interesting, because 2 of the 3 factions are lowering their faith, so that means the barons have to work really hard in raising faith in the other factions. This is going to be really interesting. It's going to be like almost like a 1v2 war here. Okay, so Super Tiers. They have to lower this kingdom's stability to 4 or less 3 seasons, which is possible. They have to lower the whole faith in everyone in 12 or less than 4 seasons. They have to lower your own faith to 4 or less than 3 seasons. So, like, these guys are already combining. So already the Counts and the Chiefs are already going to complete their first goal, possibly. The Barons have to raise everyone's faith, while also lowering stability. So already these 2 are like in a good first step, where the barons actually have to like, hey, we need to do something here. So the reason why you have to raise faith lore is that each faction wants to put their own claimant on the throne. For those who are the barons, these two are trying to lower faith, and they're already going to pass that first step where the barons are not. So the barons, their goal is to raise faith in these two so they don't complete their first step. So you're just trying to stall these two while your own plan goes on. You can adopt a new law that alters how voting is run. You will adopt more once a year at the end of winter. You can only adopt one new law at a time, and you have maximum 3 laws to use. Ooh. You know what? I'm going to call for unity. +1 stability if more than 50% of nobles vote for any one option. The Honor Guard. Now you're king. You need personal protection. Why could I plunge my sword to your heart right now? Could I not? Please don't hurt me. You need an Honor Guard to keep you safe from such dangers. Your Majesty, unfortunately, this is a political decision. Oh, thank you for the sub, Groundser. Welcome in. Also, feel free to join Crown. All you do is plus an exclamation point join, and you'll join a faction. Or you can also join me in call if you like as well, because it's open to the Discord just to chat while things are going on. I've already see out like two of the schemes are already past like step 1. It's gonna be an uphill battle for me this game. I can already tell. What are my options? Each region offers a selection of elite guards. They choose with their most famous warrior heroes. They counsel with Knights of the Order of the Drowned Rose. Okay. And the Barons offer a squad of battle-hardened veteran soldiers. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and the region. Or you could just hire foreign mercenaries to be loyal to Khorne above all. Tell me about the Northern Warriors. Bearded oafs with axes and no manners. They'll get drunk and cause trouble in the palace. They're split and all, and I can't guarantee they won't fall on some random quest, but they're honorable and in a fight unbeatable. Tell me about the Eastern Knights. The Order of the Drowned Rose. Oh my god, look at this design. Are highly respectable. They understand palace etiquette, and it's been years since they fought an actual battle. They mostly write poems these days. Tell me about veterans of the North. These soldiers have fought more battles than they have had hot dinners. They'll be uncouth, no doubt, and won't adapt well to life in the palace, but they're loyal and tough as nails. What foreign mercenaries do you suggest? A band of fearsome mercenaries from the Tatterlands called the Battle-Ridden Brethren. They specialize bodyguard work, but they're costly, and hiring foreigners will betray a lack of confidence in our kingdom's fighters. Make my decision. Await your verdict with bated breath, Your Majesty. Ooh. It's gonna raise and lower defiance. Northern Warriors. Defiance now. Aloof, loyal. I'll make the arrangements at once. The warrior heroes arrive a few weeks later. They stride in with big grins and bare axes, belching and singing and roaring out unsavory jokes. One of the courtiers faint. Patty's like taking notes for his D&D campaign. Great choice, Your Greatness. A great choice, Your Greatness. They say while drinking from like a mead horn, right? Your Majesty, a number of barons have gone missing in the east. They traveled to Count of the Ashes Castle to negotiate a trade agreement. They should have returned weeks ago. Missing barons may have been made to my lands. They most likely got lost. The east is a dangerous place. Who's gone missing? Anyone I care about? The 3 barons are missing: Baronet Lori, Killian, and Baron Louis. Where could they have gone? Just north of my estate lies the Mold Patter Forest, to the west of Twilight Lakeland, the south Illiern's haunt. I like to live remotely. This wonders. I mean, this is very much Ashes right here. This is going to be so true. Started some kind of plot by Count Ashes. few months' time, they'll quietly offer us a ransom. Blood and stars, don't be so foolish. We'll find them. We just decide where to focus our efforts. Oh. Ashes would be instead be executed for abducting them? Holy shit. just kill off Ashes right now. You know what? I'm gonna call for unity here. Now go ahead, exclamation point, vote, and what letter you want to where we should go to her voice. Means the votes. Can you imagine like Ashes just goes to where you guys are like, hey, I need you guys to vote real quick to say where you are. Wink, wink. But can you also imagine of like everyone like Ashes we're like trying to vote where to go and Ashes just suddenly picks a place and we're just all looking at Ashes like, are you saying this vote because you know that's where they are or because it's the exact opposite of where they are? Like that like shifty eye look of like, why are you voting? We're gonna go to the Twilight Lake Land. I know we stashed. A detached elite trackers are sent over the vast lakeland to search for Louis and the other barons. This ability is now civil. They turn up nothing to do with the missing nobles anyway. You managed, you never guess what we found. It's not Baron Louis, but it's just exciting, perhaps more. It's the fabled Melancholy Lake, the very same one in which Queen Sasha drowned herself after her sons were murdered. How exquisitely cultural. Ah, how wonderful. I'm so happy for you. The march is now grumbling. Oh no. They just straight up die? Wait. Louis has died. Louis has joined the council. Louis the Second has joined the council. Laurie the Second has joined the council. Holy shit. That's wild. Hey, I'm just saying, those other factions, you know, Ashes got you killed. Just saying. Just saying. Oh, look at Patty. So dapper. Grim Tidings, Your Grace. A meddling wizard steps shop in Turnpool. I believe it is Brisk, Lord of the Bells. Why is this a problem? They put a call for new princes, which is a rare event. It's a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity for many. Those unwashed, glory-seeking peasants from all over the east are lining up for their chances. Not just peasants. I, Fally, had decided that apply the competition will be fierce, but these common folks are no match. I'll be the most powerful noble in this council has ever seen. You couldn't put your clothes on if it wasn't for your servant's help. Ooh. Falling Pally going at it. We can't let this go ahead. To have a personal potential wizard on the council would prevent a clear and dangerous conflict of interest. A conflict of interest? How? Wizards are answering only to themselves. Their power is unmatched, such that the entire kingdom cannot stand against them. Even an apprentice on the council would be disastrous. Baroness Folly could use meshing in fear of votes, or you for that matter. And we shall assemble the council. Thank you, Your Grace. Ooh. I am going to veto the treasury one, because I don't know if that'll reduce my own treasury. So I'm going to let that go. And I'm going to let the vote happen. So you guys can vote to allow Baroness Folly to become Brisk apprentice, or forbid Folly from becoming a apprentice. I love this so much. Like, there's choices where, like, it doesn't matter to me technically, but at the same time it does. And I can just let you guys vote it out. Ooh, it's like going down the wire here. Ashes. The shot of Ashes. Voting tied at 3. I will agree with them. Forbid folly from traveling to Terrible. Thank you, your highness, for not bowing to this power-hungry fool. If you excuse me, I must deal with this troublesome wizard. Ooh, I really... Oh, defiance is a 5. So no one can enter into your long blood pact to become an all-powerful demigod without council approval. What happened to this so-called freedom? Brisk present in Paradol attracts all sorts of visitors. Though the powerful of this land magic starts to wilt crops for miles around. So the trade becomes prosperous, but their farming is not fruitful. Okay. Okay, you know what? I understand it. But we can end the season. Nobles can use their wealth to bid on any building in any region, each of which affects a stat. This is done for an auction where only the 2 most funded buildings are chosen. When auction is closed, nobles can fund with the following command. Okay, so everyone just notice this. Exclamation point fund AX, where X is personal wealth. So you can pick what you want to fund with personal wealth. When you're ready, hit start auction to begin auction. So everyone, you got that? So you'll hit exclamation point fund whatever option you want plus Y. Alright? So each of them gives you different options like decreased stability, decreased military, race stability, stuff like that. Because the top two options will be picked. Alright? Everyone got that? I'll hit start auction and then things will go. You can also just vote whatever you want to go with. Yes. You have a minute to decide. While that happens, I'll be right back 1 second. I'll let you guys create chaos. Alright, I am back. Why is Moobot picking on the newbies? Alright, so we're funding the prison and we're funding the stadium. Interesting. So we just take the people from the prison and throw them in the stadium. We're the Roman Empire is what you're saying. This is gonna be a quick first game, isn't it? Because you guys are defiance are getting towards the stability point. Matter of faith. Your Grace, I come with an excellent money-making scheme. I'm listening. Have you heard of a thing called simony? It means selling off priesthoods to anyone who wants them. I've already spoken to Archbishop and convinced him it's a good idea. Chris will give a healthy cut of the profits, so will you. And let me guess, you need my help getting it past the council. What else is a good king for? I was skeptical at first, but Count Patty has really sold me on the idea. Let's put a vote, shall we? I could just make you guys vote for the priesthoods. Maybe we are the Roman Empire. We're making a prison. We're making a stadium where the prison people fight. We're selling priesthood titles. Are we the Roman Empire? The Holy Roman Empire? Oh my god. I feel like I have to, just out of principle, because it's hilarious. It's so stupid, but it's so funny. It's so silly, but it's so fun. Like, I know it's technically screwing me over, but honestly, I just love it. I just love the idea of it. Oh my god, that is beautiful. We're selling priesthoods, people. Most pleasing. You've done the right thing, Your Grace. Soon you and our wish will be both swimming in gold. The East is now loyal. Ironically enough, the counts are like, hey, dude, King, we got your back. Count Patty's prediction comes true. Everyone wants to be a priest, and the church can now afford shiny new altars and even bigger hats. You give kickbacks too, of course. I want my shiny hats. Over the next few months, it becomes apparent that the new priests are sloppy, corrupt, and badly behaved. The common folk lose all faith in the church. Finding a spouse. In the twisty passage of your castle, you can avoid your advisors, the nobles, even spy master, but there's one person you can't avoid. Your mother. Why haven't you found a spouse yet? It's almost been a year. I've been busy. You better find the time. Don't worry. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What's your preference? Men, women, or do you not mind? Women. Excellent. Send out messages to most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. Is that it? Oh, there we go. The lake. Oh, we're going back to the lake? That lake was discovered as beyond doubt the finest place of Queen Shiraz the Malkani. Showing herself after your ancestor King Arod the Great killed her sons. It's a very important cultural discovery. You understand. Pilgrims have already turned up from all across the east. A number of poems have been composed. The East's faith is now impious. The Count's wealth has increased by 300. I thought I might get involved. Perhaps spare some of your treasury to fund some cultural events. Ooh. Some of the choice of certain outcomes called challenges. They can either run or based on the stat. The percentage shows the chance of success. Treasury is too low to fund the construction of an entire new town by the lakeside. Oh wow. Here's the thing. The Defiance, is this Defiance for everyone? I'm going to make my preferred vote for... We're going to dig up the remains, I think. You know, let's see what we'll actually get. Because there's a 60% chance of anything. And I'm really curious to see what this, like, you know, this plotline will make. Yeah, like, I'm really curious to see what vote A will do. Go ahead and make your vote, everyone. I like how no one's like, leave the lake alone. We're like, we're doing something here, people. Alright, never mind. Ashes. I love how Ashes is the one to vote for leave the lake alone, but the one's like, hey, stuff is happening here. Alright. We're evacuate. The evacuation began immediately against the church's wishes. Sure enough, an ancient skeleton is stretched from the lake bed for a few weeks, though you're not sure how anyone knows it's her. This is fantastic. A true piece of the Eastern history. This belongs to the museum. Their defiance can't go any lower, and their faith is now heathen. You know what? This is going to be a very quick game. But instead of the museum, it ends up in Count Ash's keep, where they charge a modest fee for the conflict to come and gulp. Ooh. The counts might just win things here. They're very influential. You can set different levels of tax or bribes for each region in your kingdom, potentially punish some while rewarding others. Balance the needs of your treasury against defiance changes. Remember, the region's defiance is higher than preferred instability they can Okay. I'm gonna bribe the barons. I could... You know what? I'm gonna bribe the barons because I need to lower defiance. But you know what? The chiefs and the counts have been pretty loyal here. So I could say lower their money. But Ashes also has a lot of money. And I'm like, look, Ashes, you need to start paying more taxes here. The chiefs, on the other hand, are, you know, they haven't really done me wrong so far. It's family money, come on. So, I think that's what we're going to do is, like, this here. Cash is a trust fund, baby. Naturally. Oh, I think we have marriage options. I found 3 potential matches. 1 young one from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose Swaji. You'll be securing a powerful alliance. A partner for life to have and hold, don't you forget. I suppose so, but the alliance comes first. Your mother leads you to the Great Hall where she's arranged 3 portraits on easels for each. Now each is covered by a cloth. Wait, I don't even get to meet them? There's no time for sentiment. You just need a match that befits your station, suit your political needs. She was the cloth from the first portrait. This is Marta, firstborn daughter of the Northern Sakusan clans. She's your typical Northern lass, big, brawny, and honest. In the same way an axe to the face is. I mean, it is. I mean, axe to the face is rather honest, if you tell me. You know. I feel like out of principle, I have to pick Sakusan too. Like, I don't want to face that at the stream. I say jokingly, of course. Even among the Northerners, she's made something of a name for herself as fearsome warrior. Had a bit of a controversy a while back when her clan hall burned down. She was to blame somehow. I can see the appeal, I suppose. This is Helvina, the eldest daughter of the Eastern Ashes dynasty. Apparently they had a hell of a time getting her to smile for this portrait. No, very accurate for Ashes. So it was her time indoors, poring over musty tomes. Half the East are in love with her. Apparently the other half hates her. Don't see what the fuss is all about, personally. Finally, we had the March's offering. Avemi, skewing the prestigious Louis bloodline. A typical baroness, really. Loud and brash and self-absorbed, but mostly well-meaning. She had a meaningful encounter with a wizard a few years ago, and now she spends her time brewing strange potions. She was high up in the army, training the troops, but was suddenly charged for some reason. Sounds like a laugh. What do you think, of course? By picking Kenny, you'll enter other regions, but you'll get lifelong alliance. Oh wait, it was the Northern candidate, right? Yeah. Yeah, March of the North. Excellent. I'll make the arrangements. Hello, Jesus. Welcome in. Which faction did you join, Jesus? Troll in the dungeon? Oh god, how does he say it? How does he say in Harry Potter? Oh god, how does he say? It's like a very like whiny voice, right? It's like there's a troll in the dungeon, and then he faints. Check the noble list. How do I check the noble list? Never mind. Oh. Below the 40. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Jesus' account. Perfect. Your Majesty, the palace officer reporting that there's a troll downstairs in the dungeon. What's... Everybody, run for your lives. Don't worry, Your Highness, there's no need to panic. I'll deal with those monsters before it hurts anyone. Let me talk with the troll instead. Your Majesty, I'm not sure that's wise. Just try past him to send down. The watch officer standing guard of a troll who's snoring in the middle of an empty cell. Seems to have torn a hole in a dungeon wall. How did they even get here? For the catacombs we've met guessed, these dungeons are all back in various tunnels and crypts. Must have made a hole in this way in. What are the catacombs? A maze of tunnels and crypts that cut across the whole city. Possible to navigate. Most would go looking for a tomb, never come back these days. I say wake up. Get straight and shut up the Trollberry news. Officers poke until it wakes up. Usually the officers poke the troll with their long poleaxe. After a few rumbling grunts, one eye opens. What? Look at that unit. Absolute unit. Nice to meet you. Yes, you two. Who are you? I'm King Suki. What? The King Suki? Spirits. I must have not been myself last night. How'd you get in here? I was out for my people, and it's been pretty cold this winter. So I wandered into the catacombs and went in search for somewhere warm. Didn't know I ended up here. Whatever here is. These are the dungeons of the Royal Palace. Ooh. Ooh, perhaps you could stay here with us? Really? Why? Trolls like mushrooms, right? There's plenty of them down here. That's a nice offer from you. Your importantness, but I think I'd rather just be getting on your way. Wait, you can't leave while repairing the damage you did. Troll sighs heavily. It sounds like a ship running aground. Yes, I suppose I should. Over the next few hours, the troll helps patch up the hole. Meanwhile, you retreat to your bedroom for much for me to shut-eye. It's been a very strange evening indeed. I love that. Wizard troubles. The fucking wizards again. More troubles in Trenople, your majesty. Ever since the Lord of the Bells arrived, they're to train their apprentices. Everyone's been hearing strange noises in their heads. No one can have proper night's sleep. I'll assemble the council. Thank you, your majesty. Okay. We can assemble a militia to push them out. Compensate the council for the losses and ban Trenople. Give Trenople to Brizik permanently. No. No. We're not doing that. We're not gifting a city to anyone. This is my kingdom. Alright, and we're going to vote ahead. Again, exclamation point, vote, and whatever letter you want. It's going down the wire, huh? Lord, I wasn't paying attention. Ooh. Oh, it's a three-way tie. Okay, voting is tied at 2. See, this is 35%, so I'm going to compensate the counts for the loss. I suppose this counts as compensation. Perhaps next time we prevent this from happening in the first place, yes? First, corruption continues to spread. Though most citizens are spared. Their trade went down. I somehow survived the season. Deep in the forest of the marsh, Baron Louis has gone boar hunting with a few of his close friends. The kingdom's fine. No one's calling for the king. Wow! That's a really cool look. Same thing here. We need to step up. More chaos, more panic. Then we can swoop in and offer the king. Oh, yes, if doesn't want to take it, we'll shoot it from a crossbow, 200 yards. Baron's aim is lower stability to 4 or less. Yep. In a tiny village far to the east, 2 counts mean direct tavern. No one dares to even glance in the direction. Pistol across my lantern, rejecting the ninth god. Yes, and Antif collectors don't dare knock at the door to my keep. Ash is all about that money. It's like, bring on the money. It's like Shane McMahon over here. Now we must not falter. If the king grows proud, we can offer him the ultimate reward, immortality. For the next stage of their scheme, the counts must raise authority to 5 or more in 4 seasons. Interesting. So the counts are at a good step for a second place. The second step of their scheme. Ooh. Ooh. I can make anonymous voting. I actually like that. Ooh, I have to get rid of one. Never. How do I get rid of one? How do I change it? Oh, okay. There we go. Oh, it doesn't work on Twitch? Oh, okay. I did not know that. The royal wedding. Your wedding to Marta is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one great party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for a ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's cathedral with Bartra at your side. You take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife. I changed my mind. I can't do this. I do. I pronounce you king and wife. I got married. Oh, gotcha. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast. And after the wedding, feast, a dance. Your new wife, Marta, delivers a short but heartful toast, expressing wish to get to know you better. The stability is now civil. Our authority is now commanding. The North can't be the North is loyal. Does this make me king of the North? Can I be? You know what? I thought this said King Rob, but I remember how King Rob ended. By the time you find yourself alone in Marta, it's past midnight. You never felt more tired. I miss the North. It's too warm down here. People twist their words. They don't mean what they say. Ooh. I much prefer the rural from the North if I could. I can see why. Everyone down here speaks in circles, insulting each other without really insulting each other. Know how you stand it. It's tough, but I have to do my duty. By the old gods, I feel for you. I couldn't do it. After finishing the last of the wine, you head to your separate bedchambers. Seem your wife is happy to take her time getting to know you. Okay, you know what though? Like, honestly though, I do like that a bit, you know? I feel like so many, like, I know that Game of Thrones had it, where, like, they had a whole tradition where after, the party is done, the whole wedding guests carry the groom and bride to their bed so they can, get it on, where you can actually have a sweet interaction like that. Alright, dangerous roads. Alright, Doc, what's going on? Mancy, the merchants in the north are complaining about bandits. Bandits. If there's bands, we should send Delta on it. If you know, you know. Northern roads are too dangerous to travel, even with guards. Gangs of highly organized, well-armed highwaymen will ban and ambush merchant caravans and steal absolutely everything. Okay, I think we're going to veto immediately the mercenary company, because that's almost all of our money. So our options are now make a few empty promises and hope this all goes away, which is crazy. Send a battle-hardened regiment to rout the bandits, or offer a bounty on bandit scalps. Alright, so we're gonna vote. So again, exclamation point, join, or no, exclamation point, vote, and pick what option. You have 30 seconds. Oh, this is very interesting. Interesting. Here's the thing. The trade could go down in the north, which would make the trade of the north go down to 3, and their defiance up. But also, I want to see if we can take out the bandits. So... It succeeded. You sent a battalion of the North's hardiest veterans, experienced in fighting in foreign fields. They carry out those bounds who can. The operation is a complete success. Within the month, the Northern roads are perfectly safe. You don't mind riding past hang carcasses of bandits. God, that is definitely a way to like make you stop banditry. You're thinking about like saying on the road, and you just look off to the side, and there's just a few buys. You're like, maybe not. Our stability is now steady. The North is so fucking loyal. A terrible storm has struck the North. Unfortunately, many houses have been swept away in the floods, and the roads are totally impassable. Oh, their trade's poor, and their farming's all barren. Oh, God. I'm gonna call for unity. So we have spare no expenses building what we lost, which means a lot of money. It brings down their defiance. It raises the stability. It raises the North's trade and raises the North's farming. We can send extra troops from the east to clear the roads, which I guess lowers defiance, lowers the military of 1, raises the farming, and raises the trade. We can North will have to defend for itself, which increases defiance and lowers stability, or we can ask the church to lead the relief efforts, which is a 10% with faith. So again, exclamation point, vote, and vote your option, which Honestly, all these choices are going to be rough, no matter what. I knew the other two factions were going to vote for C or D. That's rough. It's an outrage, Your Greatness. We cannot be expected to weather this alone. So stability is now united. How? Or no, it... What? It raised and lowered and raised again? Oh, because the 50% voted. That's funny. I'm sorry. No one to repair the roads. Trade falls to a standstill and stockpile crops from their storehouses. The different stages tell of Orphan's horde. Once get the Moors by the Honey Blood Prince himself, and lost to the snows of time, never to be found again until now. By all the gods! Can you believe it? This has been the most bountiful spring in living memory. The grass is green, the sun is warm, even our sheep have been given birth in record numbers. The farming is not meager. It's the work of Orheld, my friend. We spent many months beseeching him. Now he's warriors with the means to overthrow the king's regime. Surely, you mean to say he is pointing us the horn? Aye, but it's far to the north, in the Ice Giant's territory. The frozen waste. We need a hearty force of heroes to stand any chance of retrieving it. For the next stage of the chief's scheme, they must raise their military to 5 or more in 2 seasons, which they have a 7, so for the other two factions, they have to try to lower the military of the Northern Lords. So yeah, so right now, the Chiefs are, like, set to win, unless the other two factions lower drastically. The Counts, if they get to forward to 5 or less in 3 seasons, and the Barons have to lower the stability. So right now the Barons have to try to stop the other two, because they're far from winning. So it's rough. Suka, I have something I need to discuss with you. That oaf, Count Jesus, challenged my honor, calling me coward when fit to fight during training dummies. I must regain my honor by fighting him at once. Give him a good kicking for me. By Orthoden's horn, I will not to worry. The very day Count Jesus is summoned for the fighting ring for the much anticipated duel. So there's actually a bit of funny with like lore right here, because like there was a funny incident where one of Jesus's characters in D&D challenged me in a duel for the hand of his betrothed, and I just like, I didn't do anything. Can I help you? You've always been a coward, Marta. Don't worry, there's still time to back down. I'm gonna cheer for Marta. Marta grins ever so slightly. The companions circle each other like lions, their axes drawn and pointing at each other. When they finally come to blows, the fight is almost over as quick as it began. A quick parry here and a quick fresh stare. Suddenly Marta's holding up her fans in a display of surrender. I surrender. You win. Well? Better luck next time, dear wife. Marta's face is storm of anger and humiliation. Count Jesus merrily laughs. Better luck next time. At least you prove you're not a coward. Just a nip of a blade despite all that practice. Marta barely speaks to you over the coming weeks. Instead, she spends her time in our practice yard, angry swinging at the dummies from dawn to dusk. Wow. The jousting tournament. Your Majesty, the Barons of the Morta invited you to a jousting tournament. How delightfully rustic. Ooh. I'm wonderful. I'll compete myself. Your Majesty, I will send your acceptance directly. Falsely accused. Your Majesty, I bring bad news from a newly constructed prison in the March. One of the prisoners, a murderous rogue by the name of Quinstock Plainsight, escaped. The location is currently double doors banging open. A grubby-looking peasant drives into the council hall, escorted by anxious watchmen. In this room? Sorry, man. She said it was urgent. He was pretty persuasive. Mancy, I swear I'm instant. Baroness Folly threw me in a prison on trumped up charges simply because I said I didn't like her hat. Your Highness, I have no idea what this fool was talking about. I can imprison Folly. I really don't know what is going to happen here. I'm gonna call for unity, I guess, because there's like I don't know which one to veto here. So again, exclamation point vote. Like this is a wild choice. Like no one's voting either. Like everyone's just like, huh. Nori, that's your people. Or he's like, I don't care. Mon ami. We allow both the Baroness and the peasant to go free. Thank you for your freedom, your Madge. The peasant is lying. Take all you damn fools. I'll testify under oath if I have to. While the common folk celebrate Plainsight's extermination, it is also taken as a sign that the king's justice is flawed. Now you hear that Plainsight is turned up dead in the ditch. He can have a bad case of multiple stab wounds, apparently. Baroness swears she isn't to blame. Whatever the case, the common folk have certainly blamed Folly and they laid down their farming tools in protest. Oof. We survived another season somehow. Alright, and now everyone, this is where you can auction. You can fund a option. And there's the prison, there's the Thieves' Hill, there's Cathedral, Fortress, Adequate, and a monument. And, oh wow, the Barons have the most money right now. And, like, the Counts are actually suffering for once. So, I'll start the auction. I think the funny part is I think Folly's away right now, so I think also Folly has the most money because she's not going to spend anything right here. Lori spent a lot of money on the... Guys, we're having more prisons here. And we're having a monument. Okay, okay, okay. So stability is going to go down 1, or 40 is going to go up 1. How about your hair? Oh, thank you for the happy birthday wishes. Would you be joining us, Noville? We are playing King of the North. It is a... Oh, there goes my mouse, actually. Let me pick that up. It's a party game where you can just join in. Hey, Lori's just flexing. It is just a game where it's a party game where the chat can play along. They're all competing to overthrow me. Your marriage to Marta has grown stale. Oh, you get along well enough and you made some good memories together, but there's no spark. She cares more about perfecting your comment moves than your happiness, but spark, no spark, you still need a hair. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was Max's affair. I'm very happy, thank you. Your happiness isn't as important as filling your duty to the kingdom, but I'm glad you found a way to have both. You've done well so far, but something's still missing in the hair. You need someone young whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard, or the youngest of your many cousins. My wife and I will have a child together. Traditional method. No one jump to that. I'll arrange you to take a month off from rowing so you can get down to business. Long march north. Oh, the Spy Master. Good evening, Your Majesty. Tell me, have you ever heard of the Horn? Northern legend, right? The Horn is indeed a Northern legend. A horn gifted to Moors before the Knights' triumph during the Cursed Age. Get to the point. You must understand, whether it's a creation of pagan spirit or not, the Horn is real. My sources confirm it. It has the power to destroy any fortification with a single toot. Chiefs are searching for it in the frozen wastes, having received a sign hinting at its location. I mean, where the ice giants live. Precisely, we need to stop them before they retrieve it, but that all possible. They are a great host of warrior heroes for their journey to the wastes. We must act fast to have any hope in stopping them. Hastily assembled the council to deal with the chiefs' military buildup. The chiefs particularly deny everything. Would you deny us our right to protect ourselves from the ice giants? Bah. Ooh. I am gonna veto building up their forces, okay? You know? So, again, go ahead for the vote. North, yeah, King of the Castle. Yeah, sorry. I was just getting so used to the King of the North type of thing. But yes, of course, Noble, if you want to join us, we're playing this game. It's been going really wild so far. Oh, we're going to forbid the armies from entering the frozen wastes. Okay, interesting. You think a piece of paper will stop us? Ha! You don't know what a Northern Chief is made of. Although your decree discourages a few law-abiding Northern warriors from joining the expedition, you cannot stop them by law alone. Ooh. A special guest. The barons have settled upon a jousting field, watching from tall stands. The place is buzzing with excitement. Someone straps on your armor and helps you mount your horse, hands you your lance, and you ride out into the field. Welcome, one and all. We have a most friendly guest today. As you ride your horse past the stand, Noble gasps and stare. I'm gonna blow a kiss at the baron. Murmurs rise from the crowd along with scattered applause. Jesting starts, you clearly realize your opponents swerve each time they approach. They don't want to hurt a king. Puts a dent in the challenge, really. Poor racing match, isn't it? You're beating everyone soundly. Ooh. Yeah, you know what? You gracefully withdraw from the competition and take your place in the stands. You can't see much of the competitor's face, but even as they race towards each other, they look more relaxed. So when knocked from his horse, the audience applauds, whooping and cheering. How have I not been overthrown yet? Unknown to the rest of the kingdom, a giant battle is taking place in the frozen wastes. Chief Sark's son staggers home in our clan hall, where Harley is waiting. It is done. Giant giants have been defeated, at great cost. Behold, the horn. As she branches the horn, the room goes silent. A great old ram's horn, by the looks of it, but as big as a person's head, and inlaid with gold and ancient runes of power. By each and every god. The horn has power to collapse buildings, cause earthquakes, even to destroy mountains. We must assemble the other chiefs at once to decide how it will be used. Oh, they have to decide right now. The chiefs have not voted. Ooh. They're going to try to lure others farming. Interesting. The threat to destroy the kingdom's food supplies. With this storm, we'll collapse mountains and castles and swallow up farmlands. No one can stop us. If we're gonna make demands, we need their attention. We'll see that the food supplies are precarious enough to make them desperate. Then we'll make our moves. Aye, we'll give them the demonstration of its power. The ultimatum: crown Harley or starve. For the final stage of their scheme, the chiefs must lord other regions' farming to a combined total of 7 or less. Oh. So farming is going to be very important to them. At least one region has entered the final stage of their scheme. They'll win the game. There are some exceptions. If 2 more regions pass the final scheme stage, the winner will be decided at random. Ooh. They're in their final stage. They're also the top 2, so we have to tax them more. But I don't want to raise their defiance, so I'll keep them normal. Actually, I think I'll keep everyone normal, because, like, the defiance is not too high, and they don't have really too much money. We're not gonna have much money to deal with this season, though. Your Highness, you're of course the greatest king of the century. Is there something you're after, Patty? Your Grace, I can only tell the truth as is plain, but your power could even be greater. Death comes for us all, but with it, we didn't have to. We could be the greatest king of all millennium. What are you saying? Simply, there are opportunities for your reign beyond what you may imagine, Your Highness. I believe you are strong enough to take them. Arrange more meetings so that we may discuss this matter further. Door bursts open. Ah, so they got you first. No matter. The counts of agents everywhere. You've been building up your strength. There's something more sinister afoot. Their ultimate aim is to recruit you into a cult of immortal blood drinkers. What a tale. We want us to help the king. They have been helping me a great deal. Count Patty shoots you a quick smile. The high consider look furious. This is Harry, the highest order. The council must know. Force the monarch to officially refuse to join this cult. Ooh. Okay. Okay, I think because I can't have my 40 drop, so I have to do A. So, everyone's going to vote for delay the scheme, or let the counts continue. I just imagine, like, Patty's is, like, texting, like, hey, Jesus, like, vote this option now. Suddenly your schedule becomes chock full of nobles demanding your attention. Your Machi, icy hailstorms in the north have been so fierce that they're breaking windows for longhouses. There'll be glass shores next year. Never mind that. What about the Baron's armors, eh? Blacksmiths can hardly keep us with demand. More and more visits take up your time. Some important and many decidedly not. You have no chance to beat the counts at all. The count stack will be not evaluated until the end of next season. Oh, there's an avalanche. A devastating avalanche is buried in Mountain Village. Within my domain, there were few survivors. I suppose the kingdom should lend a helping hand. Other numbers are no obligation to help the North, but surely they'll vote with compassion. Ooh, I can only, vote for unity, but, like, send financial aid, instruct the Archbishop to lend a memorial for those lost, or there's nothing to be done. I can see what I'm voting, / clang clang. I like how there's just an open war between the three factions, because like the barons are far behind, and like the chiefs are way ahead. Ooh. We're gonna instruct our bishop to lead a memorial for those lost. Their fines now aggrieved. The faith can't go lower, which it was pretty low BM. Unfortunately, our bishop decides to take the opportunity for the moment to blame the disaster on the victims, claiming that the knife god had punished the North for their pagan ways. The chiefs are furious. Where's the other one? Am I blind? Oh, foul play. I have unfortunate... I did not expect that, Dormy. I did not expect that to happen, Stormy. I will also warn you, in case you don't know, you are currently live.
Oh.
No. It's currently a party game on Twitch. We're playing a party game right now, which is called King of the Castle. The streamer is the king, and those who are in Twitch chat can join as one of 3 factions, and they're trying to overthrow the king with their own goals.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can see the thingy.
I like how also Lori mentioned this is the second time I've seen Stormy join a voice call, and I realized that it was live.
Oh, oopsie.
I said, what if you came in with, like, some news,
Oh, yeah, no.
And
no,
just, like, went, like,
just,
full blast without realizing.
No, I just wanted to say happy birthday.
Thank you for the happy birthday. No, I'm really happy to see you. I wanted to give you the heads up right away, like, Stormy, just make sure you're live.
Now all I hear is mustard.
Yeah, Patty's a
okay.
great Kendrick fan.
I see.
He actually does a really good Kendrick impression as well. I mean, he just really wants to hit the A minor line a lot. He likes calling out Drake anytime he can. But yes, welcome in, Stormy. Do you want to say anything to those who are watching? Introduce yourself. Shout yourself out.
Hello. I'm alive. I guess. How young I'm the demon of now, excuse me while I throw bricks at this bunny for I'm kidding.
People wonder when I say, like, oh yeah, Stormy, she'll throw a brick at me if I talk to her. And like, no, she won't. And like every conversation she makes that. Thank you for the hydrate, by the way. Yes, I'll shout you out if you won't shout yourself. This is Stormy Jinx. She's a YouTuber. She is of the YouTuber variety. She... Actually, I think this thing you play most is Muse Dash, now I think of it.
Yeah, my brain's not working. I just Muse Dash, let's go to. Although it might be a different game once I get back into the swing thing.
Also, by the way, since we are currently paused and chatting with you, how did the surgery go? And welcome to Follow Squirrel.
It was interesting. They pulled 4 teeth out of my mouth on the left side, and then I went to the ER, and yeah, it was a very interesting time. Some chairs were torn up, some hands were hurt. Some morphine was had. It was great.
The only time I ever had morphine, it was not for the time I got hit by a car or broke my elbow or was, stabbed in a mugging. It was because I had, like, a stomach infection. And I was just, like, so baffled when I came out of it. I'm like, wait, you're telling me all these other 3 times where I was physically hurt, I did get morphine? But stomach infection, I get morphine? I was, like, ranting for that for, like, 3 days straight.
Yeah, never had IV before that. So to have IV it twice in one day, it was pretty crazy.
Everyone's giving me hydrates now.
Yeah, drink up, drown them.
It's currently some vodka. Speaking of, like, different vodka and everything, I had a nice time today, having a nice glass with my grandfather. It was Johnny Walker Blue, and for those who don't know, Johnny Walker Blue is like a $250 bottle of, like, scotch. Like it's like high end stuff. How did you do that effect? Unfortunately, Justin relays news from the march, Your Majesty. Oh, did someone fall off their horse? Am I speaking, Your Majesty?
So first off, you pay for that effect with bits. Second off,
I cannot hear you now because somebody kiss kissing love and clear than I hear jokes. What did Patty say?
I think I must go. My sister is hopping in the shower and she'll be
Oh.
blasting her YouTube. But again, happy birthdays and
Thank you,
stuff.
Stormy.
I will go back to the Shadow Realm of sorts.
You're also free to join us whenever you like as well, if you want.
I would love to. I do have tea for you.
Ooh.
Always. But now is not the time.
Okay.
But until the where's my Discord? How do I?
You're gonna shout you on Discord?
No way in, no way out.
Also, Patty, what did you say? Because I did not get any of that. Because as soon as you did that, like, the Kiss Kiss Fall in Love was redeemed, and I can't hear anything.
I said you can do that effect with bits, and then also that Stormy was still very quiet.
Oh yeah, she's very quiet. Unless she's spilling tea.
That's fair. That's fair. Can't wait to hear the tea eventually.
Oh yeah, you'll hear it. Also, Count Jesus died. Everyone, in the jousting, Louis killed Jesus.
Dang. Well, he's made a mortal enemy of us.
Cats are calling for justice. I mean, okay, wait. Okay. Count Jesus has signed up for this. It was all part of the sport. Jousting is too dangerous and must be banned. Put Baron Lewis through a child jousting. Alright, I'm gonna start the vote. I'm gonna let you guys alone with this as I be right back 1 second. I realized I was fucking muted. I can't believe it. I was talking and I was welcoming Scroll to join the game. Okay. Welcome in, Scroll. I see you're part of the Chiefs. Welcome in. Also, I was teasing, I was like, how dare you, Scroll, that you finally started following now and not earlier. But it was just like a little tease. Don't feel pressured at all. But thank you and welcome joining in. For those who are quite new faces today, Scroll, would you like to introduce yourself in chat and tell 3 fun facts about yourself? And we're gonna put Louis through a trial by jousting. Of course, the best way to handle a jousting conflict is with more jousting. The stability is now 5. The trial takes place one rainy afternoon. Baron Louis rides out, grim-faced at the battle against Baron Lori, who has been named the judge for the occasion. The battle is swift and brutal. Lori unseats Louis uneasily. Baron Louis is found guilty of sabotaging Count Jesus before the battle. He's taken away for execution. All the deafened drama whips the jousting fad into a frenzy continues to spread. Wait. So Louis III is joining, but Lori, who was of the same team, had killed Louis. Like everyone else is seeing this too, right? That was like an inner group conflict that happened, right? Right? You know what? We'll change the anonymous voting. Squirrel is here. That's a great fact. Northern outrage. Oh no. I demand that our bishop apologize for insulting us at the Avalanche Memorial the other month. We may worship different gods than the rest of you, but we're all citizens of the same kingdom. We deserve respect. I'm gonna veto the Archbishop thing. Like their defiance is really high right now. So I'm gonna let you guys vote. I'm starting to realize that, like, I am not going to win this game, probably. We're going to stack our bishop, replace him with one who will keep his mouth shut. Ooh. So we are literally the Holy Roman Empire, is what we are. Two burly officers dragged the Archbishop from the church, still dressed in striped pajamas. His replacement was installed before nightfall. The North is now aloof. The stability is now... Oh... Everyone's a lot more faithful, though. The Archbishop attacking satisfies the North, but the rest of the kingdom is a shackless treatment of a holy man. And sermons up and down the country, priests preach that you are a tyrant. We're probably gonna lose the game. Okay. The Wandering Bard. Your Majesty, oh, this is a great picture. A traveling bard, she says she has come to compose a song for you. Just any... Oh, she's so adorable. Not just any bard, Your Highness. The best in all the land. Sally Six Figures, they call me. A song you say about me? Why, of course, in fact, I've the two in the verse already. I've saved my best work for you, my king. Art requires a subject. What should I tell the masses of you? What should you like to inspire? Teach them to love me. I'll do so, Your Highness. Absolutely. Give me a few weeks, and everyone with the Carons would know of your benevolence. Probably need only a small payment of 500 for the time. Discounted rate of one as esteemed as yourself. You know what? We'll say, how about 1,000? Oh, thank you, Your Majesty. Sherry's at the throne room to do your bidding. The song has the desired effect, with everyone praising your good nature. The jousting fever. What's the rapper gonna do? Ban me? Really? Squirrel's gonna let Ashes do the first emote for them? Why don't I get a bunch of emotes, Ashes? I say jokingly. I read to form you a jousting related petition for the March, Your Majesty. Why regrets? A splendid idea. Your Majesty must reinstate jousting as the official justice system of the March. Try my comments the way it used to be before the court started sticking their nose in. We can either accept the healthy way to resolve disputes or refuse. Better stick with the courts. This is wild. So it's a healthy way to resolve disputes. I mean, kinda. I'm curious with the icons. What do you mean? Like these like little ones next to the names? I guess they're just like house symbols that they make for you guys. The Chancellor looks skeptical but says nothing. It succeeded. The stability is now stable. Their defiance is now aloof. Their trade is now dynamic. Oh, the symbols are like telling you if a stat is going to rise or not, or the chances. So okay, so Lori, the chance is so if this it takes the stability stat, right, and tells you the percentage of it going to work or not. If it passes, stats are more likely to go up. If it fails, stats are more likely to go down drastically. We don't know what's going to be, so that's why you're voting for it or not, because that's just going to tell you the percentage. It's not going to tell you what stats is going to rise or not. So if you see a stats is very low, other factions are going to vote for it because it's going to fail on you guys and lower your stats. Versus if you guys see something likely to succeed, your faction is more likely to vote for it because it's going to raise your stats like you just did. Barons are delighted. The March reports a drop in crime as the people are fearful of being impaled by a lance. However, there's a sharp rise in lance-related injuries as well as a drop in strictly person deaths. Hello, cousin Matt. Are you gonna join us? Are you gonna join a faction? I actually hope you're in a different faction from Patty because it'd be so fucking hilarious of you two having a reason to duke it out now. You know this game might end soon, I think. While playing a game of chess in the Stirk Castle, 2 counts to the east discuss their schemes against the crown. Most pleasing, the king is drunk with power. But I was thinking, should we really show the king the true secrets of our group? I thought that was the point, immortality and all that. Yes, but those secrets are meant to be, well, kept secret. Before we pull the wool over his eyes. So, they cast the vote. You guys can induct me into the real secret of society or not. Oh, you guys are going to lower your own defiance, huh? They're not going to make me into a vampire. It was just for the counts. It was just their faction voting for their next scheme step. This will be a fine trick. The most important thing is we keep good reputation with the king. Let's convince him we are a trusted friend willing to share a wondrous gift. For the final stage of the scheme, the accounts must lower defiance to 1 or less. Okay, so right now they have to lower the defiance 1 by less. They have to lower other regions' farming to 7 or less. So right now, your team is going to win, but the barons are way behind. This is gonna be really crazy. I still have no hair. Your quest for an eye hair is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die? Ask that my crown be passed down to. The council is filled with nervous silence. My son, someone knows break out to polite applause, but by designating here, you're submitting the possibility of this kingdom. Your greatness. May I be the first to congratulate you on your birth for your son. What is his name? You know what, Squirrel? First off, Squirrel, your design is awesome. And second, thank you being the first to congratulate me on my son. Sweet the second. Come on, let me name him. I got an achievement for that. Thanks, Morgana. Your Highness, I'm sure Suki's second will grow up to be a chip of the old block. Congratulations on finding here. Now you need to fulfill your mission to win a game. Expect it from this visit from the Spy Master soon. You have a wee lad. Good name for strong hair. A curious discovery. Your Majesty, we will recall the devastating avalanche that struck north. Yes, I remember. Tragedy. I love how you can just be like so dumb. Like, I won't lie, I don't know what you're talking about. The avalanche covered ancient stone door embedded in the mountainside. We must suspect that it would be one of our ancestors' tombs. Some locals probably opened the door and investigated within. They did not return. Huh. You know, I want to allow swing votes. I'm very curious to see what you guys do, because literally, other than the one option which is Rise Defiance, we have no idea what this is going to do. So I'm just going to leave this all into your hand. So you have plenty of time to vote for this. As well as Cousin Matt, I don't know if you joined a region. You're all the same faction as Patty. I refuse for this. So Matt, you're already in. I believe. I just swear I just saw you. You are in a faction. You just click in, just vote. A, B, or C. So you just exclamation point, vote, and then space, then what option you want. Alright, we're gonna go with Order the Tomb shut back up. I really thought you guys were going to, like, explore it. Huh. This is the tomb of our ancestors and deserve to know what's hiding. You're preventing us from knowing our own heritage? You suspect they are more concerned with the fact that the ruins contain valuable treasure. Still no point risking it. Huh. Bankruptcy looms. The treasury is almost empty, Your Highness. What do you suggest we do? Apart from raising taxes, we have precious few options. Get a bank loan or sell off the crown jewels, or perhaps crack some of your predecessors' tombs. Most were buried with piles of gold, or so have I heard. I can make more money? I feel like that's a bad one. Oh god. It went 10,000. I thought it was 1,000. We are going to be so fucked. Alright, go ahead, guys. You can vote for what you want to auction off now. I accidentally minted more coins, and now we are going to be in a rough spot. But now you have the auction. Yeah, there's nothing too good or bad here. Alright. We are getting a fortress, so +1 military. And we're getting a deer park. How fitting for Sakusan. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be a conqueror. You look like you plan to live up to those words. The kingdom's army is stronger than ever before. Well done, your majesty. Everyone's... East, you can't go below 2. I'm forbidding it. But to shut down your noble scheme for good, we need to build on our reputation. Your advisors and some ideas. You should crush those slow loyals. Take command of their armies and force them to submit. Or if you're looking to unite the Noble Dragon and squash them, you could declare war on the Empire. They'll forget their schemes if you win. Oh. Hey guys, I know you guys want to elect your own people. Do you guys want to go to war with an empire? Just saying. Do we want to go to war for the whole new empire to get more lands? Might be pretty good for all of us. You know? We are the Holy Roman Empire. That's what we do. You was gonna war distraction. Absolutely. Why is this your man? She already taken the liberty of contacting the ambassador. Here's your grace. I'm here to discuss the terms of the upcoming war. Negotiate the Empire surrender, I hope. No. The Empire's far larger kingdom. Didn't you wonder why we never squashed it like a bug? Because we're divided by internal conflicts. We see the Empire is ruled by an emperor. In reality, it's ruled by its generals who battle endlessly for control of the capital. So why are you here? I am representing General Talikamp, whose lands are safely distant from the border. You were to invade. All we ask is that you send us your signal. We'll launch a civil war, take advantage of the chaos to bump off some of our own rivals. A bold plan. I'll leave you to think on my words. If we take advantage of the Empire's internal divisions, we may actually have a chance. You've beat our oldest enemy, that will shut the nobles up for good. But winning still won't be easy. Priorities to raise the kingdom's overall farming and military as much as you can. Of course, there can't be open rebellion among the nobles. Guys, let's go to war. Good night, your highness. Yeah, done your duty for the march. Yes. Yes. Also, can I just say, I just love the both you, Doc and Louie. I just love the stuff you've been doing tonight. Like, in the chat wise. It's been so fun. It's really been so great. When Count Matt enters the council chambers, their clothes are strained and rumpled, and their faces haggard. Servants left my estate. The walls are crumbling. The kitchen is bare. How did this happen? I should have known this would happen. I'm utterly penniless. I beg for whatever spare coin the council can give. I can't let your guys' defiance get too low. Also for those who are, new to the channel and everything, if you want to follow, we'll be playing more games in the future with horror games as well as party games. If you want to join in for future streams, feel free to follow. If not, we're not going to be upset or anything, but make sure you always have a good night and have a fun time tonight as well. You must deal with it yourselves. Patty, of course, is going to make, cousin Matt is currently penniless. Ha! Deal with it. Oh, yes, your majesty. Count Matt returns to the keep where they start setting off Faron land. Alas, the land is sparse and scrubby, and most accounts are unwilling to pay much for it. Eventually, they agree on a sale, but it's point with the final price. Beautiful, beautiful. Your Highness, Lemley, there's been some strange things happening at the new deer park, but you'd rather keep it quiet for now. Other nobles can't be so judgmental. I don't want people to think I don't have a grip on my deer park. Tell me more. Odd symbols are being painted on the tree trunks in the park. No one must have been coming from, but those look at them too long grow less and furious and must flee. Maya, what you're doing to the deer park? What symbols are you putting on your deer park? I'll keep it quiet for now. Thank you, Your Grace. Just paint over them. Cousin Matt hires some peasants to go hunting in the woods, not for game but for weird markings. Soon new symbols appear in the next dawn. They are painted over before midday. It went smoother than I expected. Hopefully this is the last we'll hear of it. Okay. We can increase that. Actually, it might be wise to increase the count's cruel attacks. I see Storming's playing a new game. Ambition Conquest. For the next few months, your marshal has been crisscrossing the kingdom, driving up troops in preparation for the first strike. To last year's turn, she brought one of the counts with her. You managed the nobles are proving recollecting to commit their soldier cause. They sent a delegation to speak with you. Your Majesty, of course we support a war with the cursed dogs. Of course we do. We're more than patriotic than anyone. We're concerned about the harvest. Your marshal is telling us to raise all of our able-bodied levies. We do that. Who's going to gather crops? The kingdom starve. Can we just tell the peasants to eat something else? Cake, maybe? Damn peasants will have to tighten their belts. Without a proper harvest, it won't just be peasants who suffer. Just damn cowardice, if you ask me, Your Majesty. All the notes are echoing this nonsense. The fools are worried about going hungry for a few years. If we can spray them, the kingdom will survive. They won't commit their full force to our banner. Sure, the kingdom can survive a few bad harvests. Ooh. Lamentably, Your Majesty, we can't commit to a war right now. The kingdom would starve. Damn cowards, a lot of you. Don't call us cowards. My ancestors have a proud tradition of bravely sending off peasants to die on fields. I wouldn't dare to respect that. Just give us time to build up supplies first. I couldn't bear to go an entire year without brunch. It was impossible to convince your nose slender banish your crusade against the Empire, not while the granaries stand empty. Prove your chance of victory. Focus on increasing the kingdom's farming and military as much as possible next 2 seasons. The South Trouble. You're enjoying a quiet game of crochet with Marta, then Cousin Matt marches across your arm in a sling. What is wrong with Cousin Matt? It's like thing after thing after thing with him. Sim, take us. Look at what your foul beasts have done to me. My foul beasts? Yes, Your Majesty. Don't pretend you don't know what I'm talking about. Count, Cousin Matt, your arm. What in Slet F has happened to you? I was having a little show at my new deer park when I was ambushed by this feathery white spawn of the seventh god himself. Broke my arm with one blow from his wing. As king, your own very swan in the kingdom. You're responsible for this injury. Demand justice. Technically, you do owe all the swans in the kingdom, Your Majesty. It's been a law for at least 100 years. I'm sure that means you're responsible for the actions of said swans. Of course it does, you buffoon. Cat heals all wounds. I'm trying to figure out what is the... Here's the thing. Okay. Yeah, 3 options here. I like how Saxon immediately is like, we don't touch that fucking bird. You know, maybe it is my fault. Have you taken leave of your senses? We don't teach this foul lesson. Our swans be emboldened. Swan tax will put half the council out of commission. Just you wait. I love the idea of, like, swans just taking over the world. Your Grace, you recall the symbols that keep God damn it, cousin Matt. What is going on in your fucking count area? They keep showing up in our deer park and we're causing trouble to run away. Is that still happening? Yes, but someone's carving them. And we discovered a network of abandoned tunnels beneath the deer park itself. The tunnels are walls are carved with these very same symbols. When I tried going inside, my legs wouldn't move. I could do nothing but run away. What should we do? You know, I'm gonna call for unity. Oh, the Defiance is just gonna go way up with the counts. Ooh, things are gonna be a bit dangerous here for me. Because they could declare rebellion. The historian from university makes her way to Eastern Deer Park, staying on Cousin Matt's estate while she studies. Never seen sigils like this. Could be a dialect of later Valetian, perhaps, but in the east of all places, last the mystery we're solving. You weigh our results with anticipation. So does Cousin Matt, who's running low on candles, wine, and patience. I'll have to live with this shabby specimen. Ooh, you know what? Monarch's Golden Choice. If you guys vote with me, you can get some personal gold. Hyperinfixation. As you order your majesty, the royal man has churned out thousands of new coins using cheap gold-like metals. Treasures technically replenish. I sense a butt coming. But it's also devaluing the currency across the kingdom. Loaf of bread now costs 100 times what it used to. Something must be done. This currently gets worse, the currency will be worthless. You know what? There's nothing wrong with this. Let it continue. Or no, actually. I feel like we have to take the loss here. We might go into we might lose the game, but like there's nothing like yeah, I think this is where it's game over for me. You slowly adopt the currency of the Empire, resulting in king-wide shame and loss of pride. The goal is chunking Hextang, adorned with the sneering face of Emperor Shermoth. It's a good thing most of your citizens can't read, because you're pretty sure coins inscribed with records of past military victories over your own kingdom. Yeah, I think this might be it. You managed to return from visiting Deer Park over in the east. What did you find? She shows you sketches and look at them. Faint warmth plays over his skin. Something itches inside your skull. What's that? My fear is that it's actually protective magic. Your Majesty, someone's warding Deer Park against some great evil. I don't think they mean harm at all. This could be useful for the Deer Park. Lowborn might not like it, though. It's evil magic, that's what it is. We must find the perpetrator and punish them. You know what? The thing is, the counts could technically throw rebellion, I think, win, which is the very scary part. want me to carve the symbols of the pillars of any new buildings? Very well. But what will the High Inquisitor think? It turns out the High Inquisitor are outraged, but the council has spoken. These priests... Yeah, my authorities mocked. Several mysteries players are performed, including monarchs who look suspiciously similar to you and always come to sticky ends. However, the symbols do have an effect. In granaries, they keep vermin at bay. In vaults, the deer thrives. In houses, they keep out intruders. Just like that, each grows safer. The tomb is reopened. Your Majesty, do you remember a while ago when you ordered the tomb we discovered on the mountain be shut up and forgotten about? Yes, I believe so. A little-born gang of cutthroats and looters dug the door back up despite efforts to crack open the tomb. And spear without a trace, I presumed. Sadly, no. Looters marched back out of the tomb at the head of an army of magic warriors made from ice. They took over a nearby fortress and declared an independent fiefdom called Frostopia. This kind of defiance must be answered, Your Majesty. We don't have long to decide on response. What do you suggest? The treasury must be stamped out. Honestly, guys, why don't we just wipe them out? Or something. Life do be harsh at times. Alright. We'll send the Northern Army. The resulting siege is bitter. The ice war armors forming foes, immensely strong and tiring. But your Northern armies proved more than a match for the First Army and their fighting leaders. There are casualties, of course, but it could have been much worse. The ice warriors have been shattered, the leaders are decapitated, their heads spiked along the battlements of the fortress they took over. That's good. So the counts could start rebelling in. We're bankrupt. Here it is. Shows up a single gleaming coin. What's this? The treasure in this town entirely. There's nothing left, Your Majesty. You're broke. That's not good. Outside the palace, someone thing grumbles like thunder. I can see where this is going. Those soldiers, your armors, and even the city watch. None of that have been paid in lumps. They're marching on the capital. You better grab your things, Your Majesty. Face stand up your head, how high? You're right atop a pure pilot stallion to face rebellious soldiers. They're spilling for your seats like a tie, shouting for your head on a pike. They don't resemble a trained army at all, more than like a mob deck on armor. I'll deliver a speech. Don't they have any loyalty to their king, to their kingdom? Yes, times are hard, but they could see it in their hearts too. Your words are caught by an arrow to the sternum. Your topple slowly off the horse and trapped by 1,000 sturdy boots of the soldiers rushed forward to lose the palace. Yep. This is it. You guys can vote for whoever you want at the moment. You can vote for Ruperta, Violetta, or the Prince. Thank you for the hydrate. Prince Suki is the next monarch. I'm surprised. The Baron's attempt to replace the Kings of Fires never panned out. One night, Baron Louis spoke to the way to find a smiling spy master holding a knife to his throat. I feel like I asked him to desist. Okay. Can you imagine though? If you're like in seriousness, like if this like was happening, you know, like Game of Thrones style, you're like, oh, the king was murdered, the kingdom is broke, but you're just like you're going to bed and you woke up to see the spy master just smiling, but knife to their fate, like ah. She spanned their hope for the horn, which passed into legend once more. She was a fit only for soothing adventures in the frozen wastes, where giant ice giants are hypothermia weighed down. With their plans and towers, the counts retreated to the castles of Brood. The olive branch was rejected. The secret eternity they had guarded for aeons, they would not be so kind again. The Spymaster is good at her job. After King Suki's unexpected death, the nobles agreed to pass the crown to the chosen heir. Whether it was out of loyalty, pity, or bitter compromise, who can say? The game length was 3 years, 3 months. The spouse was marked to the north, and successor was King Suki. The wealthiest noble was Folly, who I think was gone for the rest of the game. The poorest noble was Cousin Matt. For some reason, Cousin Matt, that, like, as soon as he joined, was just getting bullied by the game. Yep. The kingdom stats was authority was 2, if treasury was 1, stability was 5. Alright. Do we want to... So, here's the thing, guys. Do we want to continue the game from King Suki II, or do we want to do a new game? I think I'm only going to play for a little bit more, for like another 30, 40 minutes, but like, I'll leave it up to chat, because I know like people have gone to bed and things like that. Do we want to do a new dynasty for those who are, you know, who are currently not here and might judge votes, or do we want to continue the dynasty and see what some of these events end up, like the Deer Park and everything? What do you guys think? You know what? We'll say vote A for continue game, vote B for new dynasty, and we'll say vote C. Yeah, we'll do a poll. Can I do a poll on here? Or do I have to, like, do it? How do I do a poll on here? I've not done a poll in so long, so I do not remember how to do one. As I try to figure out one. Oh, poll. Gotcha. Let's see if that works. Yes, Ashes, I'm trying to figure out how to... Oh, thank you. Yes, okay, we'll let it go out. So yes, it'll be continue, new dynasty, or third option, which is, you know, we done it for the night, we'll call it a night. So forth. I know they do take pretty long, but, you know, it was under 3 hours. That's why. Suki, check your DMs? What do you mean, check my DMs? Okay, secret third option. From what I was told in the DMs, the secret third option is I have to sing Patty's praises for 10 minutes straight. That's a very weird request, Sakusan. Like, Jesus. Okay, so here's the thing. Actually, speaking of Patty, because I was revealed what the third option is, did you want to take care of your third option, Patty, before I look at it? I think that's a very important thing. Nope. You don't? Okay. Okay. How do I... Can I just do that? Will this work? Okay, so it was a Kudo board that was made for me as well. And we're just going to point out that Patty didn't say anything. So, everyone, just look at Patty, stare at him for a few seconds, in chat. Be like, okay, Patty, we see, we understand. All right. Actually, would it be the best way to read this? Is it like left to right, like as they come? I never understood how to read these like long messages, like type thing. You know what I mean? Like, do you read it like as they appear, like the top of the message? Like, I always feel weird how to read these, especially like for like Pinterest and things like that. I'll count. I just hydrate, so I'll count that hydrate right there, Doc. For those who are wondering, what I am drinking tonight is Epiphany. I'm not good with words. Pretty much is from McClintock's Distilling Company. They're in the DC area. They make I did a tasting there, and I tried all their things. And like, if you're like someone who's not very unsure about like vodka, they do this really clear tasting, like easy, like doesn't burn much vodka. They do really good gins. Like I tried their cucumber gin and their basic gin. They was really good. I even bought like they had I have it on my shelf there. It's a spice pear liqueur. I tried like wow. As soon as like it gets like deep winter again, this is going to be my like in my teas. It's going to be in my coffees. Like so like that's what I'm currently drinking tonight is their vodka, their organic vodka. Very tasty. Very tasty. All right, so like this. Oh wait, I think I did it right. All right, happy birthday. Actually, I'm not gonna play that video all the way just in case it doesn't get flagged. I would like to save this VOD. Thank you very much. But that's nice. Happy birthday from Daddy Bunny. So this is from Lori. I guess we have to refer to Lori as a daddy now. I think that's what she wants. Very risky play there, Kai. We'll see how it plays out. Happy birthday from Daddy Bunny. I'm so happy you were born and we met. I have a physical card coming for you, so I don't want to repeat myself here. I hope your birthday's often. Give everything everyone because you deserve it. King. May this next year be the best ever. I did get, like, Lori's card. I had to take a picture of it for Saku-san. I've been so fucking careful with this. She sent me this, oh god. I went to pick it up and I almost dropped it and my heart just froze for a moment. It's a kitsune and there's, like, so many individual parts here loosely. And it's so, like, light, I'm worried about, like, it breaking. Like, I had to, like, spend, like, a minute, like, balancing it because of its 9 tails in the back. Because it'll just fall right over. I like how I can see gifts like this. I know exactly what anime is from for Fate. Egypt Late Gainer. Bonk Raid. Egypt, did you raid or did someone raid with you? Because I don't see a raid message, but I will assume the raid and I will still shout you out regardless. You are the raider. Shout out. Egypt, the late. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Patty. You're playing GTA 5. Welcome, Egypt. We were playing for a while, King of the Castle, but we finished our run and we were deciding if we want to do a run or not. We're just reading my CUDA board because this is day 2 of the birthday celebration, but we're still happy to have you, Egypt. Egypt is a really cool person. I met them via, like, Crown quite a few times, but it's awesome to see them here. So, Egypt, for those who are, because there's quite a few new people in chat, why don't you give us 3 fun facts about yourself? But yes, I love how I can tell this is Carnival Phantasm, exact the episode of it as well. So give me, happy birthday. You know when Maya first introduced me to you, it was with a lot of gushing about how kind and romantic you were. Or for you to be the most unhinged gremlin bunny I've ever seen. Casually bring up stories about how you got run over or just playing cool indie horror games. For Fates fan, you're pretty cool. You should know your shenanigans at your moon bar on the moon. No, don't feel bad, Egypt. We love that you're here. Thank you for joining us tonight. So, fun little fact, actually. Speaking of Grindhouse, is that Grindhouse wanted to get at someone before and asked me before, was like, hey, if you wanna anger or make fun of a Fate fan, what's the best way to do it? And I'm like, you wanna know how to make fun of a Fate fan? I'll tell you. I gotta go, guys. The sleep tradition has gotten to me. Happy birthday, Suki. Maybe not for not knowing it sooner and greeting you sooner. Hey, no problem, Louis. If you're always welcome here, by the way. This is a very open, kiss, kiss, fall in love. It's always a really welcoming server, so like feel free to always join us for other games, party game nights, or even just watching. We do a lot of horror stuff here. We do quite a few different collabs as well. If you just want to join the Discord server, just hit the Discord command and join the server as well. It's usually an active server of all kinds of stuff, from like a nail shop to chatting about food to chatting about anime and just being a bit unhinged at times. But thank you for joining us tonight, by the way. Because you and Doc literally like made a lot of fun for this game tonight. Like low key, like some of your messages, I had to like mute myself from giggling too hard. All right. Ooh, this is from. Ooh, what is? Is this from just a real thing? I thought it was like Ikari for a moment. Suki, happiest birthdays to you. May today be filled with chaos, cake, and cool quips, huh? Congrats on another year around the sun. Or wait, is it the moon for you? It's been a pleasure getting to know some Marvel rivals to you. We have to play more even though they nerfed Coke and Dagger. Thanks for looking out for my cousin. Makes me so happy knowing that she has a friend like you in her corner. We're grateful here. Here's another year of adventure, love, quips, and Marvel rivals. Wait, I can't see who said this. I'm gonna guess this is Ren, though. Oh, Maya, this one is Ren. Yep. Maya, do we like gush about something that happened yesterday that we did involving Rin's cousin, or do we still keep that in the dark because Vaughn's not here? Like a part of me was a gush about, but I also know like I don't think Vaughn will watch the VOD. But yeah, just in case, dark and just in case. Gotcha. Happy birthday, dear Suki. I sincerely hope you have a beautiful day and even luckier year waiting ahead of you. I want to message a kind, amazing friend in the VTuber community. Hope that we hang out soon and May wishes and happiness to you. Oh my gosh, what's happening here? Oh, welcome in, Nicholas. So this is day 2 of the birthday celebration. We were playing some King in the Castle. We just finished our run, and because it was like below the hour mark I thought it was going to be, and it's kind of like too late to like do another 2-hour run, so I asked like the server to do a new run or continue our run or do option 3, which is reading a CUDA board. So we're reading the CUDA board right now. Actually, so I will always sing this praise about Folly is that the reason I met so many people in this community is Folly. There was a time period where I joined a lot of different VTuber communities, and I believe anyone that's in like that streams or joins communities, you might not feel welcome, or like there's already established friend groups and it's hard to join new friend groups. And there was this one server I was in, and I was like, I didn't feel welcome there because it was already established friend group and everything. Like I was like friends of a friend, and it felt really odd. And Folly was like, hey, I feel this way, you feel this way, can I steal you? And I was like, absolutely, because me and her talked like a deep conversation before in our DMs, and she brought me and she introduced me to people like Natu, Cloud, Fluffy, Fland, Meta, and all these other VTubers. And then I greatly like, where like people like talk about their senpai and things like that. I view, or like senpai, Oshi, things like that. For me, that's like Folly. Like straight up, like the number one person that I think of like inspired me to like get where I am at. That's Folly. I know she's not here to hear it, but I always like try to sing her praise where I can. Like she is the person where she's like, that's the person like I feel like that is my Oshi right there, because she brought me and introduced so many people that I interact with to this day. I have a lot of respect for her as well because because of that, and also she's also a dear friend to me, and I do like, even though like we might not talk for like a month or two, because, you know, things going on, work, life, things like that, we pick up exactly where we left off and nothing has changed. Because I know there's like some friend groups, they don't talk for a couple weeks. Like, are we still friends? Or me and Folly could be like, hey, one of us disappears off the face of the earth for like 2 or 3 years, and we can still pick up from where we left off. Because that's the kind of friends we are. And I have a lot of love and respect for her. Aw, look at these little creatures right here. I don't know what this stuff is, though. Suki, it is cake day, emergency state. Birthing celebration day begin. Who is this? Who is this? It is cake day, emergency day. Birthing celebration day begin. I have no idea who this is. Straight up. Alright. Happy... If I maximize it, can I see what it is? No, it doesn't help. Okay, never mind. Happy DBA's Suki. Not everyone listened to me. You know what, Patty? Go into DMs, fight with them. Happy birthday to the most gracious Hope. I hope you're well and you're doing fantastic. Sending hugs, Bay. I hope Bay's doing well. I haven't seen her in so long in the streaming community and such like that. I hope Bay Broadway is doing really well. She's so sweet and nice. I met her via there was a group that we had for a short period that we streamed all together. It was me, Valdez Fox, Stormy, Bay, it was Garson, and there was one other. I'm blanking on his name, but we all like streamed together at one point and worked together and played together. And after that, group split apart due to reasons. Suki lore, if you ever want to learn it, by the way. I know Bay went on multiple hiatus. I hope she's doing well though. It's good to see that she did. Dearest Bunny Lover, it's your birthday. I hope you have a day full of wonder and a connection with your loved ones. Wishing you endless happiness and fortune. Your fave Kenku. Patty, is this who I think it is? You gotta be honest with me. Is this, when it says Kenku, is this who I think it is? Oh my god. Holy shit. So for those who don't know, I met Patty via... I'm gonna go in so many lore and background story of how I meet people here tonight with these. So I met Patty via Roll20 D&D, right? And we had a group. It was a small group of us. To this day, only 2 of us are still... No, 3 of us are in the group. 2 of us more often than not, because the one he's going through a lot right now, but 2 of the 2/3 of the 5 are still there, and we added a few more players over the course of campaigns and such, which was started 6 years ago. I want to say at this point, has to be at least 6 years ago. I want to say 2019 when it started, maybe 2020, but and we added one player who is also going for a lot now, and they played a Kenku so great. They actually tried to mimic our voices and how we talked all the time, and it was just so beautiful. They committed to the bit, and it was their first real D&D character. I loved it so much. Richie's so great. Happy birthday is magical. Suki, happy birthday. I'm happy to have known you for another year. I'm so grateful and happy to be your friend. You're a great one. I hope you have a wonderful day. People are not going to know this, but Fall is part of a group that we call the Tea Time. They're not in the VTuber community. They're friends I've met in real life and not. Probably the most common member, if you're someone who tunes to my streams a lot, is Ace Man. Ace is one of the ones that pops in a lot. Sometimes you see Fallen Leaves, if you're familiar with my server, or Roxas. They're part of that group as well. We're just all a bunch of friends that game a lot together and do D&D. I love this gif. One of the family's first bunnies is... I like how that's a smiling emo Patty, but on my side, because of how small it is, it looks like a neutral expression. One of my... so I have a bunny, which is a lion head. But my siblings all had a bunny that we were gifted towards our dad from Christmas that we all took care of together, which is what led me to get my own bunny. Looked a lot like this one here, Rocky Mountain. He was a dwarf bunny. I believe he was a dwarf mini lop, but what I have now is a lion head. Looks a lot like that one right there. Suki, we're one of the first VTuber friends and are still one of the softest and kindest people I've met in the community thus far. Honestly, just good for this world energy. We don't hang out as much as I feel near of us other type to poke other too often. Despite that, truly consider you a friend. But everything's going well for you because you deserve it. Stay classy from one rabbit to another. Happy birthday. Okay. So like as much as I feel respect for Volley, Valdis is the other one. Like I don't think Valdis gets enough respect in the community at all. She is literally one of the coolest people to talk to. Like I've learned so much from like different like shows and movies from her, as well as just different like cultural stuff, and just one of the coolest people to like stream with. Like there was like we did one of the VTuber proms together, which was like Monster Prom, and we went for like 4 hours. Because, like, you play Monster Prom, you're like, hey, our normal game's, like, 60 minutes. A long game is 90 minutes. And we're both like, yeah, we'll do, like, maybe 2 long games. And we're like that. And in the span of one game, like, 3.5 hours went by, and we're like, please put us out of our misery. We didn't expect it would go this. But she is so cool. Like, I watched Repo Man, the Genetic Opera, which is such a great, like, musical movie. Like, if you love musicals and movies, it's such a great like movie. And then we watched like a few episodes of Black Mirror tomorrow, which like really like mind fucked me, because there was times she's like go into these episodes and don't think it's going the way you think. Like I watched like 1 or 2 episodes of her, like okay, this is how I think it's gonna go, and then by like halfway through the episode I'm like, this is not how I expected it to go. We're already on the third mindfuck / twist, and I don't know where we're going anymore. But yeah, honestly, check her out though. Like Valdis, she does like a lot of different content, from like things like Monster Prom to like a lot of different collabs. She does like a lot of visual novel games. It might be a bit like on my like how I curse quite a bit. Like there is that like quite a bit for her streams, but like honestly, like the 2 people I respect most in the community is right there is Folly and Valdis. Like so much. Like both Val and Folly are the 2 people I respect most in the community. And now, because I read this message, I'm going to poke her and be like, hey, what's up? You want to do a collab sometime soon? Like, what's going on here? And, something we do get a lot is that we get bullied into different things. She has, like, different, like, different accent redeems, and she ends up doing a lot of, like, southern, like, accents. And I end up getting to do a lot of Jersey ones, so it, honestly... We both suffer and love it at the same time. Fly me to the moon. Happy birthday, it's been another great year. I'm looking forward to many more with you. Make this one a good one. Remember to serve yourself a drink on a special day. Rokus Gallows. One of the other tea times, he also goes by Roxas. I actually had the pleasure to meet him in person. Also, by the way, I'm sorry if you guys don't want to hear all these backstory things, but like, Suki has been around the world and such, so I met like a lot of different people in the community and out. So, believe it or not, we met via, this is going to sound so, what's the word, cringe. We met via a Dragon Ball Z tabletop game. We joined a tabletop game. Funny enough, same game how I met quite a few people. I met Rokus, I met Lori actually through it as well. And a few other different people that I still talk to, but the Zaxu and Zaki, who you might see before I've collabed and appeared in stream before, Lori, Zaki, Zaxu, and Rokus are all people I've met via this tabletop group. Because it's one of those, like, it's like a never-ending campaign for that group. The most they do is they like restart it, but it's the same thing. It's been going on for like a decade plus. I joined it like when I came right out of high school, but like I met Rokus through it, and that's how I met a lot of the other people, like Fallen Leaves, Ace Man, Sniper Wolf, and a few other people. But like that's how I met him, was via a Dragon Ball Z tabletop game, and the DM lived in Raleigh, and there was a tabletop convention, and he's like, hey, most of the players that are in this group are my best friends. They all live in this city. if you guys like to come down, we'll play a few sessions in person. And I actually got the pleasure of meeting Arokus via this. So I actually met him in a tabletop convention. It was so cool being able to meet him, and it just really was a really awesome time to getting to meet him and everything. Like, because we know we like, always get the idea of like you meet VTubers, you're like, okay, who this person's like, but then we met each other, like, wow, you're a lot like how you act, and vice versa. But I also have all the love in the world. Like I've like, I know he's not here, so I'm gonna say it. But I know I said to Mad before, like if I had like a groomsman group, he's one of the people that were like top that I want to do it, because he's one of the few friends that like I've known for the longest time. There's only like 2 or 3 people that I've known longer than him, because I known him since like a little bit past high school age. So like I have a lot of love and respect for him. Suki, Buki, Mufuki, hello. I hope I said that right. Hope the most happening rabbit has the most excellent birthday. May an amazing satirist bestow her presence upon you, and you both enjoy a lovely tea and relaxation. We didn't enjoy tea, but like, okay, I have to sell this story because like it's so funny that these 2 different incidents happening. So, for my birthday, we both went to a few different places. Like we went out to lunch, dinner, things like that. We were like, okay, this is one place we want to visit, right? So we went to go visit the distillery, right? They were closed. They're like, sign, be right back. No time or anything. We're like, huh, that's weird, but we can't really stay and see how long it'll be till they come back. Let's go, visit other places and go into other stops. And we go to this whiskey tasting, and they were supposed to be there. Also, not there. The person who was running this, like, whiskey tasting was like, yeah, they pulled out, like, last minute. We're both like, what happened? Like, what happened that they're not in their store and they're not at this whiskey tasting? Like, did, like, workers not show up? Did, like, the distillery caught on fire? Like, what is going on? Like, this is insane. Like, this is crazy. And, of course, I mentioned earlier in the stream, like, we went, we also went to like went to that tasting as well, and we went to the first tasting, the first spot to tasting. Like we're like, look, okay, the guy's talking a lot about like how like it's like a homegrown like whiskey and everything. It's made in the state. And we're like, yeah, I see a lot. It's really good. I enjoyed it. They talk about like mixed, like ready to make cocktails, things like that. We go to the second stop, and the guy, he's like, hey, look, I'm a bartender. I don't know the process. I don't know the whiskey. I just serve it. And I read about it. I'm like, okay, you're a rye whiskey, but the reason you're sweet is because as much rye as there is, there's corn. I get it. I'm like, it's a nice bottle. It's really tasty, but I'm like, I'm not going to pay the price for that bottle if I got a free cup. And then we get to the third spot, and this guy is like talking like a snake oil salesman. And we're just like, all right, dude, you're trying to sell us something. You literally have like suitcases filled with whiskey opened up like a snake oil salesman would do on a street corner, like. And we're like, okay, you're naming a whiskey after a Navy SEAL that died, but you're not giving proceeds to the family of that guy. We're like, you're just using the name. It was so crazy, and we're just like, as soon as we stepped outside, we both looked at each other, and I'm like, that guy's a snake oil salesman. And she's like, I know. And we're like, well, we tried the 2, and we don't want to try this 3rd anymore. Do we want to go? And we're like, yeah, let's go. And we're just like chatting. We're just like trashing this guy, and like I looked up the prices later on when I got home, and I was like, oh, these are overpriced whiskeys too. Like, if you have an overpriced whiskey, either you have to be like really good or really high in demand, and it was neither. And I was like, I'm glad we didn't try to buy a bottle with this guy, because he would sell us the moon and give us a rock. Oh yeah, like people don't realize, like, I've traveled most of the country. I've traveled other places as well. Like, people don't realize, like, Suki's very well traveled and has done a lot of things and went from like the highest of highs to lowest of lows. Like, I've done a lot in my lifetime because like I used to describe myself as a whirlwind. Like, I would just go from place to place causing like chaos and mayhem, but like I could not sit still for a lot of my life. So like there was a time where I just ran away from home and just like go out to see things. Like, I just want to see different things, and I'm glad that certain people like really love my having me around, like such as like Patty, who has like put up with me for a week just and be around that chaos. Suzuki, wishing you the happiest birthday yet. May your day be filled with cake and loved ones. I appreciate you, buddy. Super best, David. So about David. He doesn't know this yet, but I actually talked with this with Patty. I don't know if Patty remembers it. One thing I want to do with like David that's unique because he's one of the next few espresso hours I want to do. I would love to do an espresso hour where we just do it a podcast style, where it's like me, Patty, David, and maybe the other people he does his podcast with, where we just like chat like that. Or another thing I had an idea of is like me, him, Patty, and we play like something like Lethal Company because he does like a lot of Lethal Company streams, and we do the espresso hour like we give the questions to him as we're trying to play this game to give like that little chaos because I think he'll like really enjoy that. So there's like I think he's the espresso hour. I want to do something very outside the box because like I think that's where he will thrive in that podcast setting or in that chaos. And I think it'd be a very fun time. I brought up to Patty and he was very open to both ideas. I know time has passed since that time last I spoke about it, but we were like, yo, this would be a really fun idea. Happy birthday. Bunny. Mand. No. Happy birth, Butler. Bunny. I hope you have the bestest day ever. I know we don't hang out crazy often, but the few times we have always been fun. Hope you get a lot of treats today and get to have fun. And any day time. Yeah, I know because like the collabs are over. Because I know like February has been a very busy month for me. Because like I had to do things from like there was a Satirist's birthday to my birthday. I had to go get like make sure I had to get things done for my passport and things like that. It's just been a very busy month for me. But like with March like right there and April, I plan to do like the espresso hours more and things like that. But yes. Fun fact about Moo. One of the first times I was in a voice call with her, literally I heard her real voice and I was just so baffled. And it was just so great. But Moo is also one of the next few people I want to do as well as an interview. I held off because I know, for example, she's able to eat solid foods just again today. I was like, you know what? Why don't we take a break? I was going to make her the next espresso hour. I might push her back like 2 or 3 to give her more time to rest. Because like, I know me and Moo go back and forth like in a funny like attacking way. Like we seem to be like the worst of enemies, but that's just how we're just teasing back and forth. I really have a respect for her, and I was like, you know what? Why don't we step back, give her time to rest before we throw her into like a whole interview where she's the main focus for like 3 hours. Ooh, okay, this is a long message here. So, that we gather in is with a heavy heart that we gather in mind this shining soul, this odd yet brilliant life. They are now one year closer to their end. A heavy heart with happy memories and praise for the best Moon Rabbit VTuber. The first time I was with you in chat, I had you sing Belgrade Battle tapes. You recognize it as the Genlock intro. That's special to me because in all my time off the internet, not a long time by comparison to most people, I don't think I've ever run into anyone who has ever heard of the series. Oh my god, I remember this. I immediately, so people that don't know, I'm like, I guess you could say Red vs. Blue like OG for like Rooster Teeth. Like when I was first introduced to Rooster Teeth, it was watching a season 1, 2, and 3 DVD with my cousin and brother. To give you an idea, like, how old that is. But, like, I watched them, so I've been, like, as soon as, like, RWBY came out, I was watched heavily of RWBY and everything else. I watched Genlock, of course, and everything like that, so, like, I watched it and I was like, oh my god, like, this is great. But I also have some gripes with it as well. But, like, I've been, like, with, like, a huge Rooster Teeth fan since, like, the beginning. Like, watched for a while, and I had to change my Steam name. For those who don't know, my Steam name for the longest time was Mad King Suki, and I ended up changing it due to the Haywood incident that came out in Rooster Teeth. But like I took my name, like a lot of things from that, because like for the longest time, like my backgrounds, which right now are Fate, used to be at one point like Achievement Hunter fan art. But like I've been like a huge like Rooster Teeth fan for the longest time, so like immediately I saw that, like I did that karaoke stream, I saw that song, I did it, and I'm glad that Ballistica really loved it. Like I don't think my voice is great. I will admit there's some songs I do very well. I think I do crooning songs like, My Way, Sway, like the Michael Bublé, Sinatra, Dean Martin songs really well. I don't think I do other songs well at all. Like, I think everyone has their own type of music they do really well, and Creeding songs were my favorite. So I felt I did it really bad, but I'm glad that Ballistica really loved it. I was very impressed with your style and the background you shared about working in a whiskey club. So yeah, the reason why I'm really into whiskey, I worked in a whiskey bar. I had to dress really nice, and I served wealthy clients. And like, I don't think people realize that, like, when I say like whiskey bar, like, oh yeah, you know, every bar serves whiskey. No. Like, a place where I had to wear like a suit, like a vest, tie, jacket, the whole 9 yards. And I had to serve wealthy clients. And funny enough, I just went one of the times where I was run away from home, and it was a very interesting time, as well as I did it secretly behind my family's back, because like bar work in our family is like viewed very weirdly. But I did it. And it was a very fun experience, but also one where it was stressful, because like wearing a suit every day of your life is really nice. I enjoy it, but like this fees to keep it clean has been rough. I've been able to catch a stream a long time due to my work schedule. Hopeful time I was able to spend with you in your chat. I have opportunity to press a game for you to play again. I'll be sure to click something more in line with your taste. I'm gonna see your element, and I think that would be fun to watch. Anyway, have a truly amazing birthday. Spend time with family you love, eat cake, and drink. It's good stuff. Most importantly, make sure that number keeps going up. Seems to me like there's a lot of people that would rather have you around than not, so take care. I play anything, but if you really want me in my element, I would say it's probably horror games. I've introduced Saku to some like the most deep cut horror games. Like, if you were to go on like the online like forums and mention the game, they might know it, but like the more mainstream people will not. And I've introduced her to some of the stuff, and she's just been blown away. Like, there was like a horror game I played, and I'm not gonna say the name just for a sake, but like she was in tears at the end of it, and I'm like, yeah. Like, this is the stuff I play very often. And so like horror games tend to be like my go-to thing, because I know which ones are good and which are not, and I've been like playing since like the RPG Maker Day ruled the horror genre. But like that tends to be like my like go-to area. I've been planning to play a lot more, but like there's this part where like it's kind of like not dry but oversaturated with like mascot horror, because like, Indigo Park's doing really well, Five Nights at Freddy's doing really well, so a lot of people have been like filling the space with games like that. So I've been trying to find like stuff that's not that. But yes, Ballistica's a really cool person. Like, I enjoy talking with them all the time. They introduced me to a game as well this stream, which was really fun as well. Happy birthday! There's just happy birthday. I don't see who it is. I need to know who these people are. What is this? What is this? What is this? Happy birthday, Suki. May your day be as soft as a bunny's fur, as bright as a full moon, and as magical as a rabbit hopping around the stars. Ever since we met through Patty, I will always enjoy your company. There's in the Chaos D&D adventure, sharing some good moments along the way. There's more stories, more laughter, and many more quests ahead. I hope you're surrounded by warmth and joy. This is so pretty. Just happy birthday, no context. I need to know who these are. Like, Patty, if you could find out with process elimination, please tell me, because I would like to actually really thank them for their happy birthday messages. But if you could possibly, I know that's a lot to ask, but I would greatly appreciate it. Fun fact about Jesus. I for the longest time thought Jesus hated me, because when I met Jesus, he's very introverted. He's very intellectual. He's a really smart guy. I don't think people realize when they realize what Jesus does for work. He's so fucking smart. He's a brilliant mind. And you meet Suki, and he's very extroverted. He's very much like as I tell people about my sense of humor, you don't know where the joke's going, and neither does Suki. He just goes with whatever comes first to mind. And I was like, we played Talisman together. I'm like, holy shit, he doesn't like me. And then we play D&D together. I'm like, holy shit, he doesn't like me. And there was like a solid like long period where I'm like, Jesus doesn't like me. And I was thinking to myself like, I'm like, thank God Patty's here when we're in calls, because like Patty's the middle person. Like I'm really good friends with Patty. Patty's really, Jesus really good friends with Patty. He can keep us like, making awkward pauses. But like we were able to both find out that like, hey, he does like me, and he is like, oh shit, Suki does like having me around and things like that. So it's like he's a really brilliant guy. Like if you ever have a moment and Jesus or me in the server, literally ask him what he does for work. It will blow your fucking mind. He's a brilliant person. Have the best of birthdays, Suki, aka World's Greatest Host. Pablo's so cool. Fun fact, because like, like in the VTuber community, there's so many different hours and things like that. There was this period where like, I think, oh sure, what did I do? Oh, I was just saying like you reassured me that like me and Jesus were good friends of each other. But also, could you possibly figure out who the people that did not put their name for the CUDA board to figure out who they are? Because I really like to thank them. Because I'm like going around down this board thanking each person and telling stories. I would like to like be able to thank the people who signed the board but not put their name. I know it's a lot to ask, but if it's possible, I would like to have it. That's all. But yes, for Papo, there was a period of time because like how when I would like stream and when I would stream, Papo was for a period. There was I think like 5 streams in a row where I rated Papo because like no one else I knew was online, and like that's how I got to know Papo, was because I would rate into him constantly, and I did it during like the my first October stream where I did a lot of horror games. So I was doing horror stuff. He had a Halloween style model, and that's how we knew each other for a while, was because I was doing horror stuff, he did horror stuff, and it was just a really interesting time. That's how we got to know each other. So I guess players wish you a happy birthday. Be a fantastic time with everything you have planned for the very special occasion. May this year treat you well, gracious host, and deserve all the kindness the world has to offer. You know you're filled with tasty drinks and good company. I met Galnos via in person, and I was telling like Maya, because like I have like different inside jokes for every person, and for like there was a joke that like I would call Galnos a twink when he really wasn't, and I was so like kicking myself jokingly. I'm like, damn Maya, I was like I should have been like when we met in person, like, so who's this twink over here, even though I know who he was, but I didn't. But like Galnos, I enjoy. We have actually had quite long talks about different liqueurs, because he wanted to make like his own little bar top, and I actually have currently a like 18 bottle bar top right now, from like local stuff to like unique stuff to like two of the most expensive bottles really I have on my shelf right now is a $250 bottle and a $180 bottle. Like I have a really large shelf, from it's anything from limoncello to whiskey to vodka to soju. And I was like, hey, here's stuff I liked, and here's stuff I didn't like. Here's stuff that you said you liked that I think is similar too. And we had long conversations about that. And I wish Galnos, I was able to catch him more often, but I know because of time zones and things like that. But he's a really cool dude. There's been times where like he's doing like Dark Souls while a bit tipsy, and I'm trying to give like tips. And I'm like, oh no, like he's trying to keep up, but at one point, the liquor takes control. He's a really fun dude. He's very quiet, but he doesn't realize how cool is to be around. Oh, I like this little gift. Happy birthday, Suki. It has been such a pleasure being your friend and getting to know you despite these last few years, despite the massive horror games you play. Because this is how this is bolded. I believe this is Ashes. It's always a pleasure when I can watch your stream. I hope your day is wonderful of everything you deserve. Make sure to hydrate with some water during your festivities. I've actually met Ashes in person, and the funny thing is, I met Ashes in person, and I think what was it? I showed up to the place because it was a few of us getting breakfast together. Like it was Patty, Ashes, and Beans, and I showed up first, and I was just like, where do I go in? Do I wait? Do I just sit here? I'm like, you know what? I'll get a table of 4 people, and I get a table, and I didn't realize they were running late because I didn't check my phone. So like I was already down a cup of coffee, and I'm like, yeah, they'll be here. They'll be here. And the waitress came back like the third time, like, so they're coming. I'm like, yeah, they're coming. They're coming. They're totally coming. I'm pretty sure they're coming. And I'll jokingly gripe about Ashes as well, because like Ashes was coming to the city and wanted to meet some friends, things like that. I was like, hey, what are places you like to eat? And I'm like, here's some great places to eat. And I'm a city person. I know some of the places I eat are very sketchy. And she's like, this is like a warehouse, and I'm like, yeah, it's a warehouse, but it's really good. And she's like, I just don't think we want to eat in a warehouse. And I'm like, you asked me where to eat, and you're criping over where I said you should eat. But it was like one of those things where I was like poking her aside, like in a older brother way, like listen to my requests. But they end up going to a place where what was it? Her, Galnos, Sakusan, Patty, and I think cousin Matt all ate at, and they all loved. And I'm like, yeah, I'm like, there's a reason why I took Sakusan there for like the first date night. Like, it's a great place to eat at, and they all loved everything there. And I'm like, of course you'll love it there. This looks like an Omori game right here. Now you're another hop, my good man. Happy birthday, Suki. It's been such a wonderful sharing story with you and your adventures on the moon. I'm sorry to tell you that Neil Armstrong isn't here to greet you, but he says hi and wishes you blessings, but begs you to come to his meetings with the conspiracy theories. You have a joyous birthday. Praises your mom beyond the tidings. I feel like this is Sturmy, because Sturmy will say good man a lot, but I don't know. That's why I want to know who are doing all of these. Fun fact, actually, when we did the moon landing, Houston actually told the people, Armstrong and Collins, when they were going to land on the moon, to keep an eye out for a young girl with a moon rabbit. So actually, if you want to think about it, the moon rabbit was confirmed the moon landing because they actually told the astronauts to keep an eye out for a moon rabbit and little girl. Happy birthday, Suki. I hope your day is filled with cake, ice cream, and wonderful friends and family. Happy birthday, Lord Suki. May your dropkiss be of a kaiju proportion in your body filled with Stone Cold Stunners. Much love, DJ. I am so happy because like DJ is a huge Godzilla fan, and when I was like, I requested a Nexus fighter, and I was like, Jet Jaguar, he was just so thrilled that someone knew who Jet Jaguar was and did such a deep cut. That moon landing was me, Suki might have attempted a brick joke. Peak, I still appreciate it. I remember when I explained to you what a brick joke was in one of your streams, and like I can tell it, like it's not a joke that everyone likes, but like I still appreciate how so much you took the time to let me explain it, and thank you for the happy birthday wishes. But like, yes, I liked how like DJ was so happy for like such a deep cut for like Jet Jaguar, because like he is my favorite Godzilla character. Like, such a fun movie. It's not even, his name doesn't even appear in the movie title, but it's just a 2v2 fight with Godzilla and Jet Jaguar teaming up, and then Jet Jaguar appears with like the animations a lot. And they actually Tojo very recently, in the past like 2 years, they did like 30-minute long like videos in the old school style, and it was a Godzilla and Jet Jaguar versus King Ghidorah video. And it's so cool, so very cool. Like, they dropped like these like scythe arms for Jet Jaguar to use to cut off the heads of King Ghidorah. It was so cool. My dear friend Suki, Raw has a lot of power. It brings us to do certain things when they need to be done. And wow, to say I'm a believer in divine timing is an understatement. I never knew making one post about voice acting would change my life to do so much good. It brought me so many good laughs, cries, and confusion, but more importantly, it's got me to work on my roasting skills to keep up with a quick bun like you. Here's a very happy birthday, Suki. I wish you nothing but the absolute best, my friend, because you deserve it and so much more. So may this birth year be amazing, lead to another amazing time of drinks, spooks, kitty savings the world, and a trio stronger than anything. Happy birthday, good Suki. P.S. Nice shirt. So I know this is Vaughn right off the bat. I think Vaughn does not get good enough credit, because when like Vaughn, like me, Saku, and Vaughn do like our like trio collabs, and we do our voice acting skills. I will say this, and sorry, Maya, but Vaughn is the best voice actress of us three. I don't know if she realizes that if she like hones on her skills, she can do professional work. Like, I've been approached before for like professional work, and I've done professional work, and I can recognize when people are better than me, and Vaughn hands down is a better voice actress than I could. Because like I know my typecasting is younger brother characters, the younger brother syndrome characters, things like those, the very high energy characters I get voice casted a lot. Though there was like one or two times where I was voice casted out the characters, but I tend to be voice characterized as characters. I've been characterized as like Gatmoe characters a few times. But like Vaughn can do anything from like Valley Girl to like young child to like this sultry voice. She's very good at it, and I don't think she realizes like when I say, "Oh, hey Vaughn, you're really good," like from one professional, hey, you're good enough to go really, really pro. And I think Vaughn needs to realize that, because like if she like were to do like a voice acting reel and submit it to like some studios, they'll probably pick her up from some roles. And I'm glad to help her like coach her for any of it, because like she's really good at it. This might be my new PFP. Happy birthday, Moonbun. I want to think this is Karu right here, possibly, because Karu does a lot of Suki drawings. We actually had a Vaughn doesn't need an amazing voice. Me and Karu had a conversation one time where we're like, he was doing one of his streams where he's like, I do a lot of Suki sketches the most, and I'm like, I appreciate it and I love it, because that's kind of my PFP in Discord. Such adorable. Fun fact for like things about Suki you can't really see possibly look, but my model, official model, has like one of those like little hair cowlicks that's in the middle of the head. The thing is that because it hides behind my ears a lot of times, like if I were like to really like zoom in, you can like sometimes see it like pop behind my ears. Suki, happy birthday, bun. I hope you get to spend today with people you hold dear, and that you get all the love and attention you deserve. Even though we've not gotten to talk much one-on-one, I always know you're there, always supporting, always a friend. Can't wait to see what this year brings for you, and I look forward to hanging out more. Even though I'm more of a scaredy cat than Sailor Moon. I'll even to play some horror games with you. Sakura. P.S. That Christmas card is still affecting me. Yes. So, there's this thing that Lulu does, is like a Christmas card thing, and I got Sakura, and I sent her like it was like I want to say it was like 2.5 page like Christmas letter. And it was, I poured out my heart and did put some comedy, because whenever I do a letter or anything like that, I'll bring it up for like to show like how big it was. It was a whole thing, but like it was just like a very long like multiple paragraphs like Christmas card that I did, and I do a comedy twist, like I went on about it, and I'm glad that it has affected her very in a good way, because like when I do Christmas, like do Christmas cards or any type of letters, I don't try to make very professional. I literally put what I'm thinking about in that moment in the card. I think at times that really shows that it's more deeply in tune to a person, like you get the person's true thoughts. And I know my style of writing and talking is very chaotic, so my Christmas cards like jumping over the place. I know like halfway through the Christmas letter I was like, I'm very sorry this card's all over the place, because that's how my thoughts are. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, I know we don't get to talk as much anymore. I still want to wish you happy birthday. Thank you for coming into my life. Patty, if you can figure out who some of these people are, I really appreciate it because I want to thank them. If it's possible, please. Happy birthday. Let's go. I hope you have an awesome day and I'm truly happy I met you. I know you're trying. And I just want to thank people, that's all. I hope you have an awesome day and I'm truly happy I've met you. Honestly, happy I get to play more games with you since I feel like we have such a similar sense of humor. I've met Natu, via like because of following and everything, and we've been on the casting couch a few times. We've talked and everything, and played a few games together, mostly like group games and everything. But Natu's very cool. Like he's one of the best voices to listen to, and he's a great Venom main in Marvel Rivals, and he's such a cool person. And it's very good because we work off very well with each other because his humor is very subtle, where mine is very in your face, and we can double team people with our humor really quick or bounce off each other back and forth really well, and I love it so much. Yo, happy birthday, Suki. Much love to you and all that you do. I hope you have a good one and continue pushing forward, my boy. Been nice working with you and hope that your birthday goes the best. So, this is, I actually get to talk about Binopolis person. I met Ruby via Binopolis. We are both in part of the Laughing Lounge, which is a podcasting group. And there's a few. Valeno was the original person who did it by themselves, and then Ruby was brought in, and then I was actually, when I applied to the group, I was scouted directly for that reason. And a few people, as soon as they, before I even joined, were like, "Hey, this person could be really good for this. Let's bring him in." And I met Ruby a lot via that, and he's very fun. Like every time in a conversation with him, he's very funny. Always great takes, great fun, great energy. I'm very glad I get to work with him in Laughing Lounge, and we even talked about like if something, God forbid, what happened to like Binopolis. I was so very touched. He was like, "Hey," like we were talking about like what happens if something like what if Binopolis is suddenly exploded. He was like, "Hey, I'm gonna steal Suki and we're gonna make a new podcast." And I was like, I was just off in the corner because I was a new guy. Like, wait, you want me here? You genuinely want me to like do a podcast with me? And I was just so touched, and I don't think he realizes like in that moment I was just so honored and so happy, and I really wish he knows that like in that moment I genuinely feel very appreciated in Binopolis, because not that I didn't feel appreciated before, but because I know like there's so many different personalities, different like times and everything like that, but I felt very touched that he was like going out of his way to mention me specifically, and I felt very touched by it. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Suki. When I first heard about you, it was about you being a Fates fan. I hate all Fate fans, but I guess I know now because you're pretty rad. The Ash that randomly DM'd you about horror stuff. It's funny that I know so many Ashes. It's so funny. Because I have to actually think about it. Like, which Ash is this? Because I know like 5 different Ashes. I have read yours, Jesus. I did. I talked about you at length as well. I guess you gotta watch the VOD, Jesus. Mwahaha. Oh, I didn't even see the raid. I really need to fix my raid sound alert. I don't know why it's still broken. That one's broken. I've been changing like 3 or 4 times now. Hello, Kit Kat. Welcome in. Kit Kat, you're playing Deity of Kami in the Temple of... I don't know that one. Hello, everyone. Though I'm Suki Usagi, Moon Rabbit Turnos. I play a variety of games, horror games, casual games, all kinds of different things, but horror games is my specialty. But I also run a show called The Espresso Hour, which is a VTuber interview show. Today we're day 2 of the birthday celebration. We finished the game that we're doing, and we are currently reading the Kudo board that's in there. If your name's in here, if you put a post in the Kudo board, tell me, and I'll tell you if we went over it, or if your name has not been in, because there's quite a few names that have not in here. If you want to claim which one is yours, feel free to claim it as well. This is a good gift. This is like a Patty gift right here that should be used. Happy birthday, Suki. It's been awesome getting to know you over the years. No matter to have met you, being allowed to join a community of friends you've cultivated. Hope you have an amazing birthday and eat plenty of cake. I'm gonna say it's Roger off the top of my head. I wish there's a good core of these people. I don't know who they signed, and I wish I knew. Oh, I love this gift. Happy birthday, fellow bunny. I hope your year is balling, Miss Bells. It would be fun if it was Patty's. Funny enough, one of the first conversations I had with Miss Bells was actually in DJ's server. It was one in Nexus where I was doing as being a guest host for some of the matches, and so I joined the call, like the general watching call, because so DJ could pull me in for my matches. And Bells was so excited, was like, "Is that Suki? Is that the Suki?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's Suki." And Bells was just talking so happily about me, and then thrilled and happy that I was there. And I was just like, I was thinking to myself, like I know who you are, Bells, but like I didn't expect to be like known in DJs. Like I know I'm like in certain communities, like my own community, Sakusan's community and such. I know, and like I was like I didn't expect anyone in DJ's community to know me, so I was just so like backpedaled like yeah. Nice to meet you and everything. So nice to meet you, and I felt so welcomed, and it was able to ease me in for my matches. So I'm so thankful for Bells. Thank you, Cousin Matt, for your birthday wish. Fun fact about Cousin Matt, and I wish I could take a picture of his face, because I came up to see Patty, of course, and everything, and I knew Cousin Matt was gonna be there, and I'm like, you know what? I didn't want to. I was like, I want to really give a gift to Cousin Matt, because I heard so many stories. I'm gonna, for one, be in a wedding with him, celebrating Patty's birthday with him and everything like that. And I got him a cooking book, a D&D cooking book, because I'm bad with names, so I'm not gonna say the region. And I wish I could see his face when I handed it to him, like, because I was holding on to it all day, like in a death grip, because I'm like, once I see Cousin Matt, I'm gonna hand this over to him as a gift. Like, hey, as weird as it sounds, like, hey, thank you for welcome me so much here. And it was such just seeing his face light up when he saw the book, and he's like, I'm gonna try some of these recipes. And I was like, it just made me so happy to see, because you could just you could tell when people are like genuine happy, and it was just like one of those expressions I saw, and I was just like, I wish I could take a picture in this moment. This is me. This is literally me right here. The kingdom is abuzz, with people running to and fro. Today's a special day, the king's birthday, didn't you know? He's a ruler of the people, a conversation that lights the room. He has a wonderful talent of allowing those around him to bloom. So the people gather for a night, full of festivities and fun, for he is held highly by the hearts he's won. For after all, he is the king, the most gracious in the land. So if rebels dethrone him, this show has been banned. Happy birthday, my sweet. You'll always be the king of my heart. Saku-san didn't even sign her own card. That's the greatest funny. That's the the king of my heart. I don't know, Saku-san. This is where we're gonna turn out. It's gonna be one of those anime situations, right? So, I'm sorry if this is too much information. Technically, the first real call me and Saku-san have, believe it or not, was not even like a very serious game. It was a power wash simulator. We spent a whole time gaming and chatting, getting to know each other, and then expressing amazement and searching for gnomes, because each map had a gnome hidden, and we're like, what the fuck's with these gnomes? Why are they gnomes at a park? Why is there one in a garage? Why is there one at a haunted house? And we spent the whole time while getting to know each other, like, why is there garden gnomes fucking everywhere watching us? Suki, more like Pog. Merry birthday. Have a wonderful futuristic day. Embrace the inexorable passage of time. Becomes wise and powerful with the power of time. Writing down so I can use it next year. Very good, Squirrel. Mad respect. Skunky, I actually had a really fun time doing one shot with him. Honestly, one of my favorite groups of all time to do a one shot with, because you had David playing David the Gnome, and it was like, you know, David's really the first time doing D&D, and I love this so much. You had Bach being like just a ball of chaos, and you have Sakusan like kind of like the mother group, and then I tend to play, I think, very friendly characters or very goofy characters. Not like goofy like they're like class clown, but like they're odd and quirky. Because I think some of my best characters are very the odd and quirky ones, or it'd be like Solaris to Davos / Onion Knight. And I played a character who was just very much like I am the greatest thing to ever grace your life type of character. And it was very fun. And then I played a one-shot for them where I was DM, and it was a horror one-shot. And I'm really glad they had a lot of fun. And I picked very particular monsters, and they had such a blast. To whom it may concern, Suki Rabbitman. This year, as every previous year since we know each other, has been an absolute blast. You're one of the very best and closest friends to be able to watch your journey. Things you do is absolutely amazing. How do I separate you in any type? This one's extra special in my own way. Hop, get it? Get this? Do this for every other birthday in time. Fingers. All love and wishes. Throne. You know, we're gonna check Petty's throne. Patty, I don't blame that you had the Venator on. Like, honestly, I've been eyeing this at my own store because this looks so fucking cool. Like, I'm glad. Like, I didn't know the Venator really exists because I didn't know, like, this, you know, Star Wars ships as well. But, like, you introduced me to like Empire at War and things like that, and I agree with you. I went from like the Star Destroyer being the coolest ship to the Venator. And I saw this at my store, and I've been eyeing it every day, and I'm like, this is a fucking cool ship, but it costs so much. Right? And I absolutely give you the absolute credit and enjoy it. Like, people don't realize Empire War is such a fun game. The mods are so great. So great. The ATE Walker. Nice one. Oh, this is really cool. I like this. Is it $29 for both? It is a bit expensive for pins, but nice. We can see like what people have gifted you. I'm the most recent gifter. Awesome. I'm also the leaderboard. Go me. Wait, stop. Stop. I didn't realize there was David Merck. Oh my god. Holy... Wait. It's on Amazon as well? Holy shit. I don't know how to feel. I'm looking at these, and the more I look at them... These are really cute pins. These are really cute. I love the hat. Buff Shark, naturally. Surprise gift. I wanted to be the first to give a gift, so I did the day early. Happy birthday. Right. I did do that. Surprise gift from Saku-san. What she gifted. Call of Cthulhu book. I actually wanted to do a Call of Cthulhu game. Patty's actually one of the people I wanted. So I'll talk about this. So I've been debating how to do it. I wanted to get two people and base it off the podcast Maledicent. And I wanted to actually have Patty as one of the two people. And the whole concept is, what I was going to do is I as DM will be the DM, but the two players will be very unique. The one player will be controlling a detective who, does this talking, the thinking, and things like that, but he can't see. The other player has control of the eyes, but he can't speak out loud. So he has the player who has the eyes to describe the thing to the detective, and the detective has to do the talking and things like that. But the thing with the person who's controlling the eyes, he's a he's a bit of a Cthulhu being. He doesn't understand everything that goes on with mortals. And I thought it'd be really cool to have the person I give the picture to the person who sees. He has to try to explain everything he sees to, like, the other player. So there might be things he completely misses. And I'm like, that's all the information you got. I thought it'd be really cool seeing Patty, because Patty's very intelligent. He's very good at making plans. Having him be the detective, and maybe having someone else be like the Cthulhu-esque being, and running like a multiple one-shot where those two work together. Because, like, I think it'd be very cool because I know a lot about Cthulhu's quite stuff. Like, one of my favorite games involves that stuff like that. And I thought it'd be really cool because I'm not trying to kill them, but it'd be very cool to see that thing, because I'll give like different goals. Like, for example, let's say the detective, you're trying to solve the case of this murder, you're trying to get your vision back, and then like another goal. Well, the Cthulhu being has like his own 3 goals, and I will give your goals separately, and of course you two could try to work together, stay suspicious of each other, and I thought it'd be a really cool thing to do with each other. I'm trying to figure out who I'm with the other people. I think one of the people I want to do is, because naturally the two work together so well and not at the same time, is Patty and Cousin Matt. I think it'd be a really cool duo, but I don't know how much Cousin Matt knows about Cthulhu-esque stuff. But I think it'd be a lot of fun. A monster set. Ooh. I'm surprised you have room for all these figurines. Ethernet cable. Don't blame you. I don't blame you. I've been thinking about like getting it. The only reason I don't have a hardline connection from my PC to my router is because it has to go down to the stairs into 2 rooms over. Surprise gift. Merry Christmas to my favorite folk hero. Enjoy a warm cup of By the Fire. You earned it. So I'm guessing this is tea or coffee related. I did get this one here. Kenobi's Jet Starfire, which is really cool. Dungeon Daddy. More Call of Cthulhu books. For just trying to further the same safe care and warm, you read a back to you, especially this week. Gifted by Crownzer and gifted by Galanos. Also, dinner tonight. Man, like that era, like time era for like Cthulhu, Call of Cthulhu is the best way to play it. I will remember this, and I hope Patty doesn't feel bad, but it was just funny. So me and Patty go out to dinner for the first time, and we go to this one bar, and we I believe he got a English breakfast, or was it he got bangers and mash maybe? Because I know I got like a shepherd's pie. And I was like eyeing, because like, we're eyeing the menu and things like that, and I see that they had a growler. So people don't know, growler's like a 32-ounce mug. Usually a lot of places sell the growler, and I was like, oh shit, like I want to take something home, because usually when I go to new places, as someone who's has like their own little bar top, I try to bring something back for that bar top. And I was like, oh shit, this would be great. I can get the growler. It's a nice souvenir for meeting up Patty. And they're like, yeah, we don't do the growlers route. And I'm like, okay, fine. But it was such a great dinner. I was surprised. I almost burned myself, because like they brought out because like usually like shepherd pie and things like that, it's bring out like a cast iron pan for you. I almost my hand grazed the pan, and I was like, be a bit careful, Suki. You will get burns if you touch it strong. So, since you're saying dinner tonight, Patty, are we gonna go get dinner right now? Because I hope you know. If you say yes, I will commit to the bit and go get a train ticket. Oh, that's a cute gift. I don't know what this is, because it looks like plates and flowers and maybe a half vase. Although we may not know each other all that well, still, you've always done your best to brighten up my days whenever you stream. Whether it's you playing a niche game that I get to learn more about, or you going out on one of your tangents explaining the lore of games and franchises. Personally get invested in. You always seem to put a smile on my face whenever I tune in. I hope you have an amazing birthday surrounded by all the people you cherish. I'm happy to be a part of it in this small way. I hope your future is prosperous and as durable as you personally kept being you. Happy birthday, Suki, Nicholas. So Nicholas was the first one for the board. That's people gotta step up, is what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean that is usually my niche. Like I was talking with this like Sagu-san for a bit, where like we were talking about like she was like trying to figure out like, hey, you know, how would you describe your streams? And I'm like, honestly, it's a lot of horror, and there's no rhyme or reason. Like there's different games that I like really like playing and things I don't. There was a time period where like co-ops made all my streams that I didn't have to, but like I know one of the streams, like one of the games I played, I might end up dropping it, is which Far Cry Profile comes in the plume, because the DS emulator is so wonky because it's trying to do like the top and bottom screen, and then like it just doesn't take up the whole screen. And I'm like, it's hard to like watch. But I'm definitely continuing like Nights in a Nightmare. I got like other horror games like lined up. When me, Vaughn, and Saku-san do our next like project, it's gonna be Ib, which is like the face for RPG make horror games. It is so good and beautiful. But like I play a lot of like different horror games, and like there's no rhyme or reason. I go on a lot of tangents because like I was in Fate for a long time, and I've been in like the niche horror crowd for a long time as well. Like I don't think like when people think like, oh, you're in niche stuff, like what do you do? Like you like what are you? Are you like checking like Tumblr for stuff? Like no. Like I go on like Japanese forums knowing Japanese and finding stuff there and playing stuff there. Like I find like niche stuff that like a lot of people won't. And I think that's like one of the things I take pride in, is that like I use that GIF a lot as well. Is that I find a lot of stuff that people won't even think of or even ever find, and like I think that's one of the niche does really well. I know certain people like Sister Nix, who we see a lot in the streams. Like I'm happy to see them pop up because I know they found me because of the horror streams, and like they love my horror streams. And like Sister Nix is always someone who we might not be here verbally, but like I see them pop up in the viewers, like list of viewers, or even like reacting to stuff in announcements. Like I know that's my go-to stuff. And I plan to play more Fate stuff. Unfortunately, like Fate like is like Fire Emblem. A lot of his stuff is untranslated, like Tiger Upper Coliseum and things like that. But like, I also want to get like maybe streaming Fate Grand Order. But like Fate Grand Order has been really start to like clamp down on people who are streaming it on PC because they're like using mods to, like speed up text and things like that. So I've been like very iffy. But like, I'll see if I can make something work. Maybe I'll make a new account and just. Or I might even set up my new account, set up my account on the PC, and just go through the story stuff and just voicing the story materials. But like, if you're watching me, you gotta know, Fate and horror is like my top two things, and then co-ops. I do co-ops with all kinds of things, but usually visual novels. But we have been going for almost like we almost been going 4 hours. I've been on a lot of tangents, but thank you for everyone doing the Kudo boards. If Patty and Saku-san can figure out who signed certain things, and I can like thank them, I will do so in like DM and things like that. But like, thank you for all of those who signed the Kudo board. Oh god, I have to like say where it's gonna be happening next few days, huh? Next week, the only thing that's probably gonna be planned is me and Vaughn are gonna play some games together. We're thinking, if for those who were around for my Inktoberfest, where I did a game a day for the Cold Front and Rotten Paradise, we're going to be playing Dead Plate as well as some other games from that creator. Otherwise, I'm going to be probably playing a lot of Nights in a Nightmare and maybe some other little tiny projects. I think I might treat myself and get myself the new Monster Hunter game. I've been eyeing it. But I'm like, do I really want to play a $70 game? Do I really want to do that right now? But also, I might start an espresso hour now that we're now getting in March and like start getting those in works. And actually, one of the next 3 people is Patty. I would like to do a Patty espresso hour because like I know a lot of Patty lore. I know a lot of stuff that Patty likes, and it might devolve into a 3-hour conversation where it's all Star Wars stuff. But I'll find someone else to raid too as we close things down for the night. Who is online? You know what? Karu is literally doing a follower celebration, so let's go raid Karu. Yes, but I'll see you. Thank you for everyone that showed up today, and thank you for all those who signed the Kudo board, and thank you for those who are new to our stream and you joined Discord as well. Thank you all for stopping by. I will all see you probably Monday or Tuesday. Will be probably the next day I see you all, because this whole weekend I'm going to be working and busy, as well as catching up on things. But we are going to go to read Karu, who is doing a 200 follower celebration. Also, because of the hydrates and things like that, because it's been a day of partying, I am probably going to faceplant my bed, possibly, because, like, I just noticed that the bottle I had tonight has gone down a third from celebrating and hydrate, so your moon rabbit's going to go pass out for the night. You all have a good night. Goodbye.